Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. Welcome to the 11th Shine Your Light event. And just, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that you are all here. I hope you're looking forward to a fabulous, positive show. I know I am. I've been gearing up for this show, really honestly, since like yesterday afternoon when I started to get the butterflies, and I thought, this is going to be a good one. So, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit the notification button. That way, you will always be notified whenever I'm dropping a video or doing a show. So, tonight we're going to have some fabulous people that are going to join us, and they are going to share their positivity and their sort of spiritual journey and hold you in the highest possible vibration that we can. I'm going to do my best because this is a 4-hour show. So I have my coffee, I have some soda, I have some apple juice, I have some chocolate. I think I have everything I need. So, as I said, welcome, welcome. We are going to be joined, as I said, by several wonderful people, and I have all of their information listed in the description of the video. So if you go in there and scroll down, you'll see everybody's channels and so on, websites if they have them, and so on. I am burning some incense, so if some of it comes on here, I wish I could say that it's spirit, but it's not. It's incense. So the reason for this event and the reason that we have it every month is it goes back to last year when the wonderful Sherry of Trancing with Spirit approached me and said that she had been told by her guides to do a show called Shine Your Light, and that the purpose of that show would be to invite everyone to spend some time in conscious positivity, and that we would participate in the Shine Your Light event by doing that, by shining our light as soon as we hit 7 p.m. in the various time zones. So the Eastern time zone is going to be first. Just before we hit 7, the wonderful Val of Dragonfly Crystals is going to be joining me, and she's going to be doing our prayer, and we're going to be setting the intention to send love, light, compassion, and unity to anyone, anywhere in the world that needs it. When we do this as a collective, our positive energy just explodes 1,000-fold. So we're not so worried about those, do people believe in what we do? It's okay. It doesn't matter as long as we do. And the old phrase, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's exactly what we're doing here. We're holding the space, we're holding the light for those who are seeking to find us. They just don't know where we are, or they're just getting to the point that they want to be in the light. So, as I said, we'll ask you to shine your light at 7 p.m. starting Eastern. And what does that mean? Well, turn on your porch light. Put a lamp in. Turn on a lamp in a prominent window in your home. Put out a candle, one of those electronic ones. Don't put a real one, because if If you forget that it's there, yeah, put one of those little electronic ones. Um, I have I have one here that it's a little wand, and that's what I use. And I can have it sitting out there for a very long time. Okay, can you turn off now, please? Thank you. Can you turn off? Whoa. Apparently, it wants to be left on. Okay, all right. Spirit wants it on. I'm going to leave it. Um, and then we'll have some guests that are going to be joining us. Sarah from Hibiscus Healing is going to be joining us, and we're going to find out all about her and what it is that she does and her channel and so on. Um, and then when we get to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll do the same thing. We'll have a prayer, we'll set the intention, and we'll do it. Same thing when we hit Mountain, same thing when we hit 7 Pacific. So I have often said that my vision for this um, is if I was sitting on the moon and I was watching the world, I want to see, and I always imagine it, that at 7 p.m., there's the eastern part lights up, and then central lights up, and then mountain, and then Pacific. And I imagine that it's going around the world, and I love that. So I lost my train of thought there for a minute. When when Sherry presented this to me, I jumped on board because I thought it was very much needed. That's what we need right now when we have got all kinds of distractions around us. We need something positive that we can kind of anchor ourselves to. So we did a couple shows, and they were fabulous, really good turnout, and a lot of positive people joined us. And then I think it was just before the third show that Sherry called me and she said, Marina, my guides told me this is your show. They said, just, I meant to do something else. I meant to focus on something else. And this is your show. So I have forever been grateful uh, to Sherry, Trancing with Spirit, and to her guides for giving me this fabulous opportunity to be able to carry on with this show. So, and yes, Viviani is going to be joining us sort of at the end of the event, and she's going to be doing our Akashic healing and whatever else she might have planned. And I know it's going to be fabulous. So, one of the things that I will tell you, if you stick with us throughout this event, is the energy just gets higher and higher and higher. And when we're done, I can feel it. I can feel the vibration. So that is what I'm hoping that all of you are going to find here, that all of you are going to be able to walk away knowing that whatever is happening out there, you can observe it. You can be aware of it. You just don't have to give into it. That you can shine your light and you can be the beacon for someone else to realize that their light can shine as well. And how do we do that? By being positive, by concentrating and visualizing the world that we want to create, the world that we want to see, the world that um, that is inclusive to everyone, a world that is fair and just and compassionate and loving and unifying. And that is how we're going to move forward. That is the path that I think humanity is on. Um, and so I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I'll be honest with you. I If something goes on in there, that I may miss it, because generally when I'm doing, particularly the Shine Your Light event, a lot of the things that come to me, a lot of the messages and so on, um, are basically channeled. They just kind of come in, and I don't filter them. I don't, attach my own personal meaning to it. I just put it out there, and it's for you um, to take what you need from it. Whatever resonates with you, take it. It's meant for you, and then share it with someone else. Because at the end of the day, what is important, what we all have to concentrate on, is love. That's it. Love. So I see I see my wonderful friend and co-host Val is in the background. I'm going to bring her on stage. Hello, Val.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. You've been doing a fabulous job.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I just I was just saying, yeah, I'm how often I am inspired by spirit when it comes to these things, and just, yeah, I have no control over what comes out of my mouth very often, because it's being channeled. So there. And I don't know what I did with this particular. I was showing everyone my little light. Okay. And so and now it's doing all kinds of weird and wonderful things. It turns off, and then it turns on, and then it blinks, and then it stays solid. So it's like, okay,
That's beautiful.
why don't I just put it to the side? I know it's there, and I'm just going to let it do whatever it is that it wants to do.
Ooh,
So
I
yeah,
love
there,
it.
there. So one of the um, one of the things that happened and last night, and when I finally woke up this morning, I thought, oh my goodness, okay, well, if that wasn't a message, I don't know what was. Um, I was pretty tired,
Mhm.
and so I went to bed early, and I I woke up at 1:33, and it was like kind of being fully awake, like, oh, no, it's nighttime. I need to go to sleep. Um, and I was instructed to go back and take a look at some of the dreams that I had written down over the last 3, 4, 5 years. So I did, and I thought, okay, there was a lot of messages in there about trust, about you're on the right road. Believe in yourself. We believe in you, so you need to believe in yourself, and so on. And then after I read a few, I thought, okay, well, this is good, and I put it away and went promptly back to sleep. Then I woke up at 2:22.
Oh, wow.
Again, wide awake, wide awake. And so now I'm sitting in bed and I'm thinking, okay, what what's going on? What is going on? So then my message was, okay, well, you're awake for a little while, so there's something you need to listen to.
Mhm.
So I turned on my TV. I went to YouTube, and what came up was a program about Edward Casey
Yeah.
and about his, oh, and I'm getting shivers, um, about how you know that you're ascending. What are the things that you need to do to know that you're ascending? And wide awake, I'm paying attention to this. I'm listening to it. I'm seeing things going, yes, yes, yes. And then it was like, okay, you got the message. Good night.
And you could go to sleep.
And I could go to sleep. And I thought, that's
Message
that's the
received.
message received. That's part of what I'd like to talk about today is knowing that we may all start on the same level, but we
Mhm.
we can go up in one lifetime,
Yes.
or we can stay at one level
Yes.
for
It's
a
a choice.
thousand
It's a
lifetimes.
choice.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, enough about me. What have you been up to, Val? I know you had a pretty busy day today with
Oh
a couple.
gosh, I taught a psychic mediumship class. I taught a meditation class, and I that's what I've been doing. And I mean, there have just been enough break to maybe eat a little bit and drink some water, and here I am.
Yeah, there she is. There she
Yeah,
is. And
yeah.
I um I couldn't imagine anyone else doing the prayer and setting the intention
Oh,
than you, because you're always so connected and the message is always just so on point
oh,
that
thank you.
yeah, I just
Thank you.
I
I appreciate that. That's a beautiful vote of confidence.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. So yeah, absolutely appreciate that. And that more and more of you are joining us. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time with us and for sharing your energy as well.
Yes.
Because yeah, whether you realize it or not, like I said earlier, a rising tide lifts all boats. So
Yes.
there isn't a case of, well, we're doing this just for us light workers. No, no. When we send it out to the universe, it affects everyone, even
Yes.
people who may not realize that they're benefiting by what we do. They just know that they feel better.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, so there's that. But you're going to be a tired lady at the end
I'm
of the day.
a little brain scattered now. I've been in a blissful state of energy though.
Excellent. Excellent. So,
Uh,
and yeah, those of you that are here, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will remind you to please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And then go to the description of the video and scroll down. You'll see everybody's channels listed in there. So make sure that you go over there and you support people like Val, support people like Ali, like Daphne, like Sarah, everyone like Viviani, everyone who's going to be on here, because it helps us get the message out in front of people who want to hear what we have to say. They just
yeah,
don't know where we are.
exactly. Exactly. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Yes.
You know, this time of year, this is really a time for gratitude. At least society calls for it. I don't know how much is authentic, but it would be great if we all really dug into that, our hearts, and really felt that gratitude deeply for everything
Yes.
that is in the world, everything flowing to us, all the opportunities, no matter what they look like, because that gratitude creates a magnificent flow of synchronicities and miracles flowing
Yes.
to all of us.
Yes.
So, yes, remember the gratitude.
Absolutely. That is one of the key things, is when you concentrate on the positive, when you concentrate on being grateful, the universe will always hear you and it will always give you more opportunities to be grateful for things that come in, because it you are the world's best manifester, and the universe will bend over backwards to prove it to you. So if you know that and if you accept that, then why would you concentrate on anything but the positive?
The highest potential of the positive.
Yes,
Because let me tell you, folks, if you concentrate on the nots, oh, I don't want, they don't hear it. The universe doesn't hear don't want or not. I don't want to drive to San Francisco 2 hours a day. So I drove to San Francisco 2 hours a day because the universe heard, oh, she wants to have a job in San Francisco. They
absolutely.
made it happen. And I learned my lesson from that day
Yes,
forward.
yes, absolutely. And don't forget, your brain doesn't know the difference really between reality and imagination.
Correct. That
It
is a very good point.
yeah,
It does not. Let
it
me just say
accepts it all. So
it does.
if you have to fake it till you make it,
Yes.
then do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Start being um, start being grateful, finding things to be grateful for
Yeah.
every single day, and list them. And I know initially for some people that's hard because it's like, oh, I got to come up with 5 things. Oh my God. Oh, what am I grateful for? After you do it for a while,
I mean,
it's
I'm
like,
grateful for the flavor of this toothpaste because it really
yes,
makes my mouth feel good. I'm
yes,
grateful that they invented blah, blah, blah tissues.
yes,
I mean, it gets
yes,
down to you could be grateful that they invented pens and you're not writing with a quill. And you have
exactly.
to dip it into the inkwell. Think
Yes,
about it.
yeah.
Be
Grateful
thankful.
for that because I don't get ink on my fingers
You
when I
don't
write.
anymore. No, and you don't have to use sand to dry the ink
Yes,
on your letters. In fact, you don't even have to write them on letters anymore. It's an
exactly.
email. You can be thankful.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
be thankful
So
for. It just grows. It
it
goes.
does.
It's endless. That
It
what you could
does.
think of. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And there, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I have thought back and looked back at the way that I used to do things, the way
Yes.
that I used to think, and I'd go, oh, I could have been in this joyful place
Yes.
so much sooner
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, because I'm a Libra and we like to see both sides of everything, I think, well, okay, maybe if I had tuned in a lot sooner, maybe I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
That's
I
what I.
don't know what changes would have happened. So I'm grateful for everything in my life, good, bad, or indifferent, uncomfortable, um, rewarding, whatever it is. There's always a lesson in everything that we
Yeah.
do.
There it really is. There's always you're always going to benefit from everything that shows up, no
Yes.
matter how it looks. It will be for your highest good, and you just have to flow with it. And then
Mhm.
at the end, you'll look back and go, "Oh, even though I went through some stuff, look at where I am. Maybe I
Ex-
wouldn't be who I am looking back
Yeah.
unless I'd gone through those particular catalysts in life that come
Yes.
along." Yeah. So,
Exactly.
uh,
Oops. I was saying I am burning incense. So yeah,
you're not
if any,
smoking cigarettes or e-cigarettes.
not not outright, not that you could see. So yeah, I said if you see it, I wish I could say it's spirit, but it's not. It's the incense. But there you go. So, and I see some of the folks in here, Val, have been talking about your Akashic record
Oh, yeah, I
reading class,
saw
and they're great.
Viviani. Yeah, thank you so much, Viviani, for saying that. You
Yes.
know, um, I have to say, it's my pleasure to teach
Yeah.
those classes, and I get so much out of it, and I get so much joy out of seeing all of you taking on that mantle of reading the Akashic records and going forward in such a powerful way. That makes it double pleasure for me.
Yes.
And that's what I am all about, seeing all of
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that.
and we do. We at when when we are sharing our gifts with you, when we are sharing our knowledge through the various classes that we offer, um, never ever do we do it with the idea that we're only going to share part of it, because if you know everything, you might be competition. There is no such thing as competition. There is more than enough for everyone, absolutely everyone. So we get excited when we see you take a concept that we have shared
Mhm.
with you and you make it your own and you fly with it. Oh,
That
nothing's
to
better.
me, that's like nectar to my
Yes,
soul.
yes,
I live for that, and I get so excited to see that happen because it's really you stepping into your power, into your
yes,
light, and taking it on and going out there and really sharing everything that you have, all your gifts with the world.
yes,
And that's what you're here for. That's what we're here for. Even if we just go to the grocery store every day and we shine our light and we're picking up our groceries, maybe that's the one time that we're out there,
yeah,
uh, shifting people by our vibration and
yes,
which really is your beautiful mindset of keeping a positive outlook in life, being grateful, and all of those things translate to higher frequency when you
yes,
dwell on the positive. And it isn't even dwelling on the positive, just keeping your beautiful heart open and being in that loving space. That is really what it is all about.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So are we? Excuse me. We're almost
Yes.
at 7 p.m. So okay. I'm sitting back. I'm getting
You're
comfortable.
getting ready to.
I'm getting ready because yeah, this I always look forward to this. So, bum, take it away, Val.
Okay. So, all right, everyone, take a few deep breaths. I'm not going to walk you through it, but this allows you to be in the receptive mode to receive the energies that are going to come in now through this shine your light intention and invocation. Beloved divine source, on this sacred day, in this sacred space, we gather across time and space as radiant beings of light, each heart a living flame in the great awakening of humanity. We call forth the light of our highest selves, the presence of our guides, angels, and star families, to walk beside us now as we anchor peace, love, clarity, and unity into the heart of the world. We open fully to acknowledge and receive all that we are, our soul's gifts, our timeless mastery, our wisdom from the stars and from Earth herself. We remember that we are divine creators, bringers of the light, vessels of transformation. Today we choose to shine from the fullness of our hearts. We call forth the activation of our cosmic blueprint, awakening within us. The codes of compassion, courage, and sovereignty. As our lights merge and amplify, we create ripples of radiant frequency that encircle the earth, touching all life. Together, we rise as one. We shine not only for ourselves, but for those still seeking, for the earth in her rebirth, and for the future of love that is already here. We declare this intention with reverence, with purpose, and with joy. We are the light. We are the bridge. We are the way. So be it, and so it is. It is done.
It is done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Val.
You're welcome. Thank you. And, and I'm going to skedaddle.
All righty. Well, thank
Go.
you. Until next time.
Okay. See
Until
you
next
all.
time.
Yes.
See you in a minute. Okay. I do want to say thank you very much to Susan Rotella for that beautiful donation. Thank you, Susan. I hope that that is returned back to you a thousandfold. So, yeah, really, really appreciate the support. So, I do want to mention to you guys that when Val said it is done, that those three words are very, very powerful. And the reason that they are powerful is, um, like I said earlier, your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. It will manifest for you what it is that you think. So when you set your intention on the kind of day that you want to have, let's say you wake up in the morning while you're still laying in bed, you're nice and cozy, and you're planning your day, and you say, it's going to be a fabulous day today. I am going to come across some wonderful people. Excuse me. I'm going to meet people today that are going to help me achieve my highest purpose. And then you say, it is done. That tells the universe, and it tells spirit, tells everyone that you have already accepted that that is going to happen. It cannot but happen because you have said it is done. Not I wish, I hope, I'd like. It is done. And that is a very, very powerful phrase. And you could use it every single day and see what it does for you. Now, some of you have heard me say, I don't know how many times, that whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So concentrate on the good. Concentrate on the things that are going to make you happy and so on. So we have we have someone joining us. I'm going to bring her on stage. I hope you're ready. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Love
everyone.
the hair.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed a refresh.
Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it.
Thank you.
So, for those of you who don't know, this is Sarah from Hibiscus Healing. So, tell us, Sarah, tell everyone who you are, what you do, where you are. Share,
I'm
share your story.
okay. I'm Sarah. I'm new. I'm new to YouTube. I have a channel. It's Hibiscus Healings. Sarah's Hibiscus Healings is the title. Um and I gotta say I haven't been doing it long because being on camera, being in front of people is like the most nerve-wracking, scary thing in the world. So, but I decided this year I'm challenging myself to do things that
Yes.
scare me. And it has helped me open up. It has helped me. My readings are better. Everything is just so much better, just kind of pushing through that fear. Um, but yeah, I got my start doing. Took Deborah Zackow's tarot reading class, and
Nice.
she kind of she's kind of like, you guys, you need to go do this online. And I was like, no, that's crazy. So she kind of pushed us out, and here I am. So I do. I have a show that I do twice a month with my friend Judy at Judy in the Skies, where we do twin tarot, do readings using the same decks. It's really fun.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it is. It's really fun. That's the only, and then I have a couple other shows in the works that are coming up with the lovely Donna Marie.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
great. But I
So,
have to say, what was that?
no,
Sorry.
I was going to say you took a chance.
I
You
did.
took a leap of faith, and you said, "Okay, I'm going to put it out there."
Yeah, and it was scary. And
Hmm.
I have to say, I've taken every one of Val's classes
Uh-huh.
except for the meditation class. And I did the mediumship class twice, once when she was doing it with Allie, and then again. And classes are so amazing. The channeling class that I took last helped me so much in my readings. There, it's crazy the stuff that comes through now after taking that class. Like, is awesome. And I did the Achieving Union with Marina, and that class, that made me take a hard, deep look at myself. It was very eye-opening. I loved it. It was so helpful. It was
Oh,
definitely helps you work through some of those fears that you might have.
oh, thank you. And you certainly did. You certainly did. And that's one of the things that I that I love about that course is that it bit by bit, it doesn't come at you all at once. It's just little bit by bit by
Yep.
bit. Um, and then at the end of the 30 days, it's like, oh my gosh. Oh, look, I've come from this to this. Ooh. And you encourage um, yourself to take those little leaps of faith,
Mhm.
knowing that, really what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen if you give someone a reading? Maybe you're not always able to connect.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean it's a fault. It just means that maybe the person isn't ready to receive the message that you are sharing,
Yes.
right? So it's not oh, I did something wrong. It's I put it out there, right?
Mhm.
We're channels. We share the information. What resonates with people, they're going to take. What doesn't resonate, that's okay. They can leave for now. 2 weeks from now, they might wake up and go, "Oh, okay, I know what that was."
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was just reviewing my notebook from the
Uh-huh.
class yesterday, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe I wrote that."
Yes.
it was, it was such a great experience. I recommend anybody
Yes.
um, do it next time she offers it. It's amazing. Yeah.
Totally. And for those of you that are interested in any of the courses that Val offers, go to dragonflycrystals.store and check it out. It's one of those things that you do for yourself, and you don't always realize how beneficial it is until after you've completed it, and how satisfying it is where you think, "Oh, me, a channeler? I'm not a channeler." And then after a few hours, you're going,
You're like,
people
what?
stop talking.
Yeah, stuff just like comes through.
Yes,
And I have to say, oh, I have met so many wonderful people. I've made so many wonderful friends
yes,
from the classes. And it's just such a beautiful energy in her classes. Oh,
yes,
they're great. And this community is so amazing. There's so many um
yes,
just you can just feel the hearts, just the open hearts, and it's so inviting and warm, and I absolutely love it.
yes, absolutely. There's, yeah. And if you're, for those of you that are interested in any of the classes that I offer, you can go to my website, which is, here we go, it's marinasheartcentertarot.com. You can go on there, check yourself, book yourself a reading. It's a great way, not just through me, but through anyone on here that does the private readings. It gives you an overview of things that will be sort of coming down the path for you.
Mhm.
We don't do predictions, right? That's not what our job is. If I could do predictions, I would have predicted what the lottery numbers were, and I would have won, and I'd be off on some little um, tropical island eating kiwi and drinking margaritas, right? So, but what we do is we give you an overview of the energy that is coming your way so that you can then be prepared. Um, that you when you know something is coming, it's not that big of a surprise when it comes. It also, we can sometimes look at a situation and give you a different perspective on the situation that you're going through and say, okay, maybe have you thought about looking at it this way instead of this way? Well, what's the message here? So we do it for our own growth, and we do it for your growth as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that there's so many different readers and they all come at it. You get the same information, but it's through a different lens. So it's all
Yes.
through their experiences, and every reader has a different, maybe like a different advice or a different
Yes.
way of passing the information. And that's what I love, because you can hear it from, I'll use my husband as an example. I can
Yes.
tell him something and he'll be like, but if he hears it from someone else, he's like, oh, okay, that resonates, because
Exactly.
that's who he needed to hear it from. And with all the readers here, you're going to find that person that resonates with you, and you're going to accept what they have to say. And that's what I love about this community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. She has mentioned this several times when, people have asked her about, well, yeah, I should start a YouTube channel, but I don't know if I have anything to offer. And her response is always, you know, you may never reach 100,000 people, but if you reach one, just one, and it makes a difference in their life, task accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know?
feel
Yeah.
I feel privileged every time I get a new subscriber, and it's just like, really, people are really liking what I have to say. I go to my husband, I like jump around. They like it.
Yes,
It's so fun
absolutely.
because it's just you're doing what you I don't know, what you feel called to do and what you love, and it's just really refreshing, and it's just really it feels good when it resonates with people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There isn't a whole lot um, that we throw out there at you um, that isn't coming from our heart. When we
Mm-hmm.
share that information, very often we're sharing it because we've been there.
Yeah.
We've lived through that. When we can say in some circumstances, I know what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. I know
Yeah,
what you're going through.
absolutely. When you were talking about waking up last night, I did the same thing, but it's 1:30, 3:30, and 5:30.
Oh my
And then I got
gosh.
a text message at 6:30 from my ladies, from my girlfriends that woke up. But it was every time I had like a revelation. The one at 5:30 actually had to get up, and I like sent myself this huge text because I had like all this information I did not want to forget. It was
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, I was having like a memory came up about like how when I was younger, like my friend groups and everything, I always felt like the outsider because I wasn't really like interested in the same things, but I
Yes.
always was always around them. Um, and we were always tight, but I was not interested in the same music or the same stuff they were doing. But what I was connected, I drawn to their pain. And I was like, for a long time, I took that as something bad, like, oh, there's something wrong with me if I want to be around
Yes.
people in pain. But then I realized that I was drawn to them so I could heal them because I
Yes.
cared about their well-being and not what they were doing. And just last night, I came to the realization, I was told it wasn't a bad thing. It was a wonderful thing that you were
Yes.
able to help them. And then the relationship naturally ended, and they went on, healed, and I moved on to someone else. So I'm
Exactly.
coming to terms with like um that's what I'm meant to do, is to be with people when they need me, and it's a
Exactly.
wonderful thing, not a harmful thing.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's, yeah, they come in for a reason or a season, and that's okay. Whether
Yeah.
it's, long or short, that's okay. And Christine Fryer says that you are a wonderful reader. Thank you,
Love you,
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah, that is very, very kind of you. And yes, I am absolutely positive that she is.
Yeah,
Otherwise, yeah, yeah,
it took a long time for me to trust it. And I have to say, you and Val, like just taking the classes and like especially in like the mediumship class and the channeling class, what would come through, I was just like,
yes,
it was coming out in like poetry, like poems. And I was like, I don't write this way. I don't, if I was to write like this poem and make it rhyme, it would take me 3 days to write it because I would overthink it. But it was
exactly.
coming out in such a way that I was like, this is not this is it for me. But it was awesome. And it just kind of made me think, okay, this is what I have to do. This is,
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
gave me that courage and that got rid of the self-doubt for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And the self-doubt is something that we all go through.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has gone through that, where at one point we well, I let me speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. That yes, when I first started doing readings, when I first started doing mediumship, because someone had told me that, oh no, you're a medium. And I said, oh no, no, I'm not. I'm a tarot reader, and that's what I do. Well, when that started to come in, I so doubted myself that I would very often think to myself, you know what, you're making all this up. They're gonna find out that you're a fraud. They're gonna find out that you're just a good guesser at things. And you're gonna be called out for it and so on. So yes, I've gone through that. I understand
Mm-hmm.
when people say, yeah, I got this message, but I didn't know if I should say it because it didn't make sense to me. Right. And
Yeah,
it doesn't need to make sense to you.
exactly. I
Yeah.
go into every reading and I'm just like, I'm not even going to try to comprehend what's coming through. I'm just
Yeah.
going to say it because it's not for me. It's not for me to decipher.
Yes,
It's for the sitter to figure out what's,
exactly.
to take it.
Exactly it is. So yeah, we just deliver the message. That's all it is. And Barb's Wheel of Fortune says, Sarah, I just subscribed.
Oh,
Well
thank you.
done.
Thank you so
Well
much.
done, Barb's Wheel of Fortune. And somebody just said hello to Buck Bewitched. Oh my goodness, Buck, where have you been? I've missed you. I need to know you're okay. So nice to see you in here. Thank you for joining us. That is fabulous. That is fabulous. So so now that you're exposing yourself more to doing readings and whatnot, are you finding that it's a little, does it get a little easier?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes. Uh-huh. Absolutely. I think it was just that letting go of the fear and
Yes.
trusting, and they were finally like, okay, you're ready. Here it comes.
Yes.
Here it comes. So it's always, I don't know. I wide open, I guess, is the only way to
Yes.
describe, exactly what I'm trying to say. It just kind of happens. And yeah, it's definitely so much easier to do readings and just it's easier also to kind of understand the strange things that happen in the day-to-day life. Like, why
Yes.
do I know this? Why is this happening? But yeah, it is
Yeah.
much easier.
It is. And we learned through doing it, we learn how to bypass the ego, how
Yeah.
to not filter
Yes.
everything through the ego, which is something that we're, really from the moment we're born, that's kind of how down the path that we're led is there's so many things that are ego based. right?
Mhm.
You can't say that to someone; it might hurt their feelings. You need to be careful. Don't say anything in this particular situation. That whatever it might be, we are very often ego driven and ego led.
Yes.
And initially, ego was it's part of what helped us survive. When we were able to listen to that voice that said, you better not just run out of the cave. You better double check to make sure that there isn't, saber-toothed tiger out there that's going to jump on you, right?
Hmm.
But as we've evolved, um, ego doesn't want to let go of that position. It likes to be in control, right? So that's where that who do you think you are? You're nothing but a fraud. You're just a good guesser, right? Yeah.
Also, when you're doing readings, I really love not knowing anything about
Yes.
what's happening, because I feel like sometimes if I know about the situation, then I'm going to be like, well, I kind of know where this is going. So,
Yeah.
and then I try to like put in what I think should happen. And my opinions get put into it. But um, lately, I have a very overactive mind. It's constantly going. But now when I go to do readings is the only time my mind is quiet. Like
Yes.
I'm able to completely quiet. So when I'm doing readings, I it's almost like I separate myself. Like I have no opinions. I have no I don't want to say feelings, because there's always feelings, but there's just no I guess ego involved would be the best way to say it. I
Exactly.
completely like separate myself from anything else when I'm doing readings, and it just comes through. And it's kind of amazing when
Yes.
that we can do that, as living human beings, that we can do that kind of work. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is. It's a case of trusting ourselves,
Mhm.
trusting that we are we are all part of source. We are all part of the one. We're it's not that we're different from anyone. We're on different journeys. But
Yeah.
we all started from the same place, and that's what we're working towards is to get back to that same place. So we're learning how to remember what we knew and to trust that that memory is a real memory. So yeah, and the way that you do that is you practice. And that really, don't you find that the difference between me and anyone out there when it comes to doing readings is I practice.
Hmm.
That's it. I'm not special. I'm not any different. I'm not, more gifted than anyone else. I just practice.
Yeah, it does come the more you work with the
Yes.
cards, definitely comes through. Just like if you're playing sports,
Yes.
you have to work at it a little bit.
Exactly.
But it's
Exactly. Yeah. You don't pick up a violin and take one class and then book yourself into Carnegie Hall. It doesn't work that way.
why it should, right?
It should. Yeah. uh, Oh, this is cute. Yeah. Jenny says, "Was so funny when Sarah said to me, he needs new jeans, and I knew exactly what she meant. It was so funny because of what had happened that day with my
Oh my
date."
goodness. I was
Yeah.
doing a reading for Jenny, and I was just pulling out my cards, and I had them laid out, and I stare at them for a while until
Yeah.
something um and I stare at them until something pops out. And
Yes.
I said, I don't know why, but Gary needs new jeans is what came through.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what this means, but random stuff comes through, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's hilarious. And
Yes.
that was funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And um, yeah, there was a couple of years ago, um, I was doing a collaboration with oh my gosh, with Fernie, Fernando Maroon, and we were doing some mediumship readings, and a lady had asked if there was a message from her sister. And the first thing that I saw was kind of the figure of her, and she was being very cheeky. And what she said was, "What's with the hair?" Or no, what's with the roots? That's what it was. What's with the roots? And so I said it, and it didn't mean anything to me. What's with the roots? So the lady who was questioning was talking about, well, what about gardens? And I garden. I don't. She didn't really garden, and back and forth and back and forth. And finally, it was like, okay, that's one of the things that I got. Make of it what you will. And it was about 10, 15 minutes later in the chat, she said, "Oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about." She said, "I just stopped dyeing my hair a few months ago." And that's what the sister was referring to. Like, what's with the roots?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it comes up how it's supposed to when it's supposed to.
Exactly. It really
Totally.
does. When I was doing the mediumship class this last time around,
yes,
I was reading for somebody, and then this other person was just like, "Hello," like right here, and I've never had that experience before.
Yes.
And she was just like right here, and I was like, "You're not, you're not who I'm trying to reach." But they wouldn't leave. They were like, "I want to come through." So I asked about what to do, and she's like, politely ask him to move aside. But it was just like, wow, they just do whatever they want.
Yes. Yeah. When they want to talk, they talk.
Yeah. They just come in and they're like, "I have something to say. And you need to give the message for me, please."
Exactly. So just hang back here for a sec. We have got someone else who's going to be joining us. So here we go. Hello, Daphne.
Hello, so good to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. I've been listening to you, to your whole presentation, and how lovely to meet a new student. This is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. And congratulations on your channel. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's well, there's nothing like taking that leap of faith.
Yes.
And looking back a few months later and going, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so glad I did that.
Yeah, and I really resonated with what you said about helping to heal other people, right? I mean, that's the whole point of my channel. I appreciate and love every new subscriber, and just that many more people are exposed to all the beautiful healing modalities like mediumship. I think mediumship is very healing.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Reiki master teacher too. So I would help my Reiki master teacher in class teaching Reiki 1, and I would always connect with somebody. There was always somebody calling out specifically for me to help them, like every class.
Yes.
So I would always wind up giving all my bracelets away.
Yes.
So I'd get a new bracelet. Oh, this person needs your bracelet. So I'm like, okay. So I always have extra.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, Reiki kind of blows the doors off your blinders for intuition. It's astonishing how much happens after that first Reiki class.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Daphne, we're going to put you on the hot seat. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, It took me a while. When you invited me today, I was very excited, and I just said, okay, Spirit, I'll talk about whatever you want to bring forward. And you could probably tell by my background that a particular plant has come forward to talk with us. In addition to being a certified sound healer and Reiki master teacher, I'm also a flower essence practitioner, and I also conduct shamanic plant spirit healings. And this particular plant, corn, really wanted to join us today. So I brought a few slides to to share with people what's going on with this incredible plant spirit. And I think I've got them loaded up in order, Marina.
If you
So,
do, you just say the word, give me a sign, you know.
okay. Well, let's dive in. If you guys are ready, let's
Yes.
just dive in with
Okay,
slide
there we
number
go.
1. Maize, the word maize from here in the Americas means the universal mother, and the indigenous people of the Americas have incredible respect for this staple crop. Right,
Yeah.
maize was there to sustain the people through eons before we decided that we aren't going to eat starches.
Yes.
Right? But even if you don't eat starches, you can still connect with the spirit of corn. You can connect with this beautiful healing maternal energy that she brings. Let's go to slide 2. And these quotes are from the Flower Essence Services website, and one of the owners and producers of flower essences there is named Patricia Kaminsky, and she's a poet. She has such beautiful language, and she talks about corn as unfolding the heavenly space into earth, time, and form. Right? So like all plants, it's deeply rooted and deeply grounded into the Divine Mother, our earth, and also reaches up towards heaven. And if we go to slide 3, this plant is grounding and connecting us with the earth, but still helping us reach that spiritual enlightenment with expansive light. And that's more by Patricia Kaminsky. And this particular essence addresses a few deficiencies and helps us expand positive energies in a certain way. On slide number 4, this is what we are when you struggle to stay centered in your body, and I think this applies to a lot of us, right? We are very busy up here in these upper chakras, our heart, our throat, our third eye, certainly the crown chakra, and to be a balanced human being and to be able to heal other people and to be able to connect with other people, we need to stay in our bodies. And there's certainly enough going on in the world that you're going to feel disoriented or stressed out, especially if you live with a lot of people or every day you spend hours in crowds or you live in a very dense city. You may struggle to feel that connection with the earth and to stay in your body where you can be most effective. Yes, me too. I have a feeling that corn is mostly here for me today. So let's move on to slide number 5. So once we're grounded into the earth with your body and your feet, you're going to maintain that grounded presence. And that's where we need to balance that work we do in the upper chakras. And especially if you're a healer or an empath and you're feeling everything, right? The boundaries, the protection of your body is really key. It's really key. So what have I got? Let's move to slide number 6. And while you are gazing at this beautiful plant, may I send you some energy from a cornflower essence? Would you accept it? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm just putting a drop of this flower essence in my hand, and I'm going to use the etheric breath, which our fellow Reiki master teacher is probably very, very familiar with. And I'm going to send the energy through the quantum field, not only to you, Marina, and to you, Sarah, but to anyone who watches this either live or after the fact in the recording. This is to support you in your particular goals of staying grounded and having your heart lifted and your eyes lifted up to spirit. Okay. So please accept this gift from Maize, the Universal Mother. And as you breathe in that energy, what is happening in your body? What's happening in your heart? Marina, how do you feel?
Very settled, very settled. And I'm reminded how often, for no apparent reason that I knew of until you put that up there, that I find myself seeking out corn, where I have to ingest corn.
Yes.
So now I know. Now I know.
Yes. And, any food we eat, particularly plants, that genetic component of the plant is information that our body uses. And humanity and maize have coexisted for millennia. So corn has much to teach us. So I'm not surprised that it's been calling out to you. How about you, Sarah?
I felt very, I felt the pull coming through in my heart chakra, and I felt my feet felt very heavy. Yes, it was wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, I think I think flower essences can be really subtle, and the effects of it can sneak up on you. So if you didn't feel anything as I sent that out, just relax, just trust and allow that if corn is there for you, that you will experience something. The grounding, the connection with the planet, the a visit from the ancestors, right? Like when Spirit just said, let's talk about corn today, I was really drawn to what life was like here in the Americas after the 1490s, right? There was tremendous change, and there is a through line of change and resilience and survival and staying connected through the body, through the feet, to the earth, and knowing that this too shall pass, right?
Absolutely.
So that I think that was the message that I needed to hear from Maze, because I mean, most of us, if you live in North America, you probably have the genetic heritage of both conquerors and the conquered, and yet we're all still here, and we're all still able to learn the lessons of the past, and to I think of that spiral, right? Like the lessons return, but we're at a higher level. We're at a more subtle way of learning lessons, and we have a refined sense of what is possible. And once you become aware of that cycle in the past, you can look ahead and say, what can we learn from the future? What can we bring into existence now? You know, the way that corn reaches up and brings that sunlight, that information from the sun deep into the earth through the roots of the plant, right? How can we be upright like corn? How can we be in community like corn is? How can we feed people? How can we heal people? The more I learn about plant spirits, the more I realize that I will spend the rest of my life learning from plants.
I wanted to say corn, it's one of those things when I smell it, when I just take a big inhale of corn, it's just so soothing. I've never really thought about why before, but it's just one of those things that just like instantly relaxes me.
Yes, and I will tell you from the plant spirits side of things. When you buy produce, whether at the grocery store or you bring it home from your garden or a farmer's market, you can hold that food in your hands and ask that it bring forward all the nutrients and the support that you personally need in your body. before you eat it, right? I've done that like with people are amazed. I'm always able to get the ripest watermelons because I bring it home and I touch it every day, put my hands on it and ask it if it's ready, right?
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, so we can do that with any plant food that we wish to have a closer connection with. And
Mhm.
I have a special appreciation for corn because when I was a child, my family moved abruptly to Nebraska. And I remember being, it was before kindergarten. So I remember being in the back seat of my parents' huge car. And in those days, I'm old enough where nobody even bothered to buckle kids in. They just threw them in the back
No,
seat, right?
not then.
So I'm.
Back.
Yes, yeah, we survived, but not
Yes.
all of us, right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing on the back seat. I'm gripping the window, and the breeze is blowing by, and there is this gorgeous cornfield, and there are huge thunderheads, big black thunderheads building up in the east. Sun is going down, and it just made the corn light up in this incredible emerald green. And in that moment, I felt like corn taught me the value of beauty. Right. So I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that I ended up being a plant person when I grew up because they've been trying to reach me and teach me my whole life. And I hope that this conversation, a little bit random, right, to come on and talk about corn being a teacher and humanity's caretaker. And yet I hope it sparks something for you that you can find comfort and solace and connection with plants of all kinds, any kind. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. That, like I said, I didn't realize until a little while ago why there would be times that, yeah, I would just need to consume corn. I would look for it. I needed to have it. And I couldn't rest until I did. And as you're talking, and yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yes, I spent several lifetimes in the Americas, especially part of the Aztec and the Mayan culture, where corn was everything. It
it's
was,
life.
yeah, life. That is, there's so many different uses for it and cycles for it. And it sits well on my heart. Let me put it that
Oh,
way. It sits well on my heart.
oh, that is so beautiful. All right, so that's at least two of us who needed to talk to corn today.
Yes, yes, and I'm sure that there were others. I know that who was it here that I see? I saw. Yeah, a goatee man said, "So nice to get a different perspective on a plant. As a gardener and a vegan, this is what I think about all the time."
Yes, yes. I too eat a vegan diet, mostly because Spirit told me to do that for my own energy. And it's been a big surprise to me when I do things like I meditate with salmon, and salmon says, "We are food, eat us." And I'm like, well, it's not for me, but you know.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah, how wonderful. Thank you. What was the name of that commenter? A goatee man? A goat
a
man?
goatee man. Yes,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Very,
goatee
very
man.
cool. Well, I have one last slide. I wanted to tell people
Yes,
what I'm up to on All Souls Day. You guys have probably met my friend Sun Psychic Jean, and
yes.
she and I are going to do a mediumship show, and it's going to be a little bit different than we've done in the past because we are going to do an induction, a ritual, a ceremony at the beginning to bring you closer to your loved ones. So even if we don't get to read for you, watching the show, being with us, our goal is to help you experience the energy of your loved ones personally. So I'm very excited to do this with her, and I hope that you will all join us. So
Absolutely. There you go,
thank you.
folks. Mark it down on your calendar, November 2nd,
Yeah,
11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And is it
yeah.
going to be on your channel or
Yes.
Jean's, or both?
Yeah, she'll probably broadcast it on
Oh,
hers
good.
as
Okay.
well. Yeah, yeah. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're more than welcome. That is fabulous.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you might
Oh,
notice that I had a bunch of marigolds on that
yes.
slide because marigolds is one of my plant allies when I do mediumship, and that plant is also one of those plants that's been with humanity for a very long time and has much to teach us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
I've
that is,
heard that about marigolds helping with helping connect to past loved ones for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Really,
oh,
really beautiful plant. Yeah.
perfect.
Uh,
Perfect.
I'm
Oh,
looking at some of these comments about playing in cornfields,
yes.
a corn maze, a maze.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Now listen, sit back. Look,
Yes.
I got somebody else joining us. Hello, Allie.
Allie!
Hi, girls. Nice
Hi.
to see you. Nice to see
Hello.
you. Yeah. What's
Uh,
happening?
oh, we're just chit-chatting. What's happening
Oh,
with you?
I have managed to find something to talk about, but it's something different. So whenever,
Oh,
Has
We
Daphne
love
and
hearing
Sarah
everything
already
you
done?
say.
Have they done
sorry.
their thing yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done our bit. We're eager and here for you.
Oh, okay. Sarah, I love the hair color. It's
Thank
I
gorgeous.
you.
know.
It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I was talking with somebody about the poet Rumi and how Rumi used to he used to say his poetry when he was in an ecstatic twirl as a whirling dervish.
Yes.
And somebody said to me, "Have you ever read Rumi out loud?" And I said, "No. I've read it to myself, but not out loud." And they said, "Oh, it's a whole different experience." So I found my book, and I found a poem called "Like Light Over the Plain."
Oh,
Yeah.
like light
So,
over the plane. I like
like
that.
light over the plain. So I thought I would read that, and it's not too exhaustively long, but anyway, what I really love about Rumi is, of course, he was alive during, I don't know, 15th century, something like maybe 14th century, I don't know. And so there's lots and lots of different people that have translated him. But this particular person who has translated him is Coleman Barks, and he also has been featured by Bill Moyers. If you've ever watched any
Oh,
PBS, Bill Moyers,
yes.
so he has to be fairly good in order for that to happen.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. I just want to say hi to everybody. All right, so this a moth flying into the flame says with its wing fire, "Try this." The wick with its knotted neck broken tells you the same. A candle, as it diminishes, explains gathering more and more is not the way. Burn. Become light and heat and help. Melt. The ocean sits in the sand, letting its lap fill with pearls and shells, then empty. The bitter salt taste hums. This. The phoenix gives up on good and bad and flies to rest on Mount Quaff, no more burning and rising from ash. It sends out one message. The rose purifies its face and drops its soft petals, shows its thorn and points. Wine abandons thousands of famous names, the vintage years and delightful bouquets to run wild and anonymous through your brain. The flute closes its eyes and gives its lips to Hamza's emptiness. Everything begs with the silent rocks for you to be flung out like light over this plain, the presence of Shams. And Shams was his teacher. So
Wow.
it's sort of a beautiful way to say in his world, Shams was his light, and he can give that back to everyone else. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. Well, what's been going on today? I mean, I was in a class with Val,
Now,
and then I ended up just actually not doing anything, and it was really nice.
Allie, when you were reading that, I took myself outside
Okay.
and I don't know if it was me, but I just sang those words, but just screaming them, like spinning and just screaming them out loud, just to see who was watching. That's kind of what I had going on in my head when you were saying
cool,
that poem, and
that's beautiful because it is becoming one with the ecstatic universe.
Yeah, it felt like you were screaming it to the sky. It felt really nice. Thank you for that.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
And you didn't fall. You didn't spin too much that you fell down.
No,
Okay.
No, it was a fun spin.
That's good. That's really good.
The whirling dervish, that fabulous.
I know.
There is so much fabulousness out in the world. If we're willing to look for it, if we're willing to find it, if we're willing to acknowledge it, it doesn't matter where it comes from. There is beauty in absolutely everything. If you just give it a chance, don't approach it with any judgment. Just give it a chance. So, yeah,
that's true. I know that I always thought before I delved so much into literature, I always thought that I was pretty well read and that there were a few things I was missing, but no big deal until I delved into it and I realized it's inexhaustible. There's no way anybody can ever be able to access all of that information, no matter how long they live. So it is nice to get a little flavor of each thing. So,
it is.
Yeah,
it is, and it points out to you just how much we are connected rather than disconnected.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. And Daphne, I love the light that's on your cornfield. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a corn maze?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
I love them. Oh my God, they're so much fun. Yeah.
It's so wonderful to feel that energy all around your body. I was earlier looking at some of the comments where people live near cornfields or spend time harvesting them and growing them. Oh, so lovely. And I could spend all day listening to you read poetry, Allie.
Oh, well,
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I do want to say
to it though. Oh yes, Susan
Rotella, my goodness gracious, thank you. That is exceptionally generous of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Blessings coming to you every which way.
As you say, Marina, may it go back tenfold to you.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
My book. It's great to see you. My goodness, I haven't seen Book in a while. So it's nice to see you.
I know.
Yeah.
I said the same thing when she walked in. Where have you been?
You see, you were missed, my girl. Yeah.
Yes. Very, very much so. Very much so. So I'm this has been just absolutely fabulous. I'm thrilled.
Had a good day. Good.
Yes.
And you've had some now, Sarah. You haven't been before, right?
No.
This is my first time, and I'm so honored to be here. I love this show. I look forward to it every month. I have my candle here.
Oh,
I have a few more hours to go because I'm in California, but I have it ready.
Yep. That's wonderful.
Absolutely. That is, this is one of those events that, yes, I look forward to. I don't see it as being work. I see it as just kind of orchestrating things and sitting back and just being in that energy. The joy, the people that join us are. It's like being with family that you want to spend time with.
Yes.
That you look forward to seeing and so it's always so much fun for me, and I get so much out of it that I hope you guys feel that energy. I hope that you.
Oh, yeah, I know they do. I do. I think and last night when I was saying that about, coming here tonight, and everybody's like, oh yeah, that's where we are. We're there every month, Yeah. It's
Perfect.
wonderful. Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
it is.
Mm-hmm. I love it myself. So that is wonderful. And yeah, we're getting close to the 7 p.m. in the Central time zone. So for those of you that are in Central time zone, be ready. I think we're going to have Val should be joining us fairly soon to do her thing, and she always sprinkles the magic.
Here she comes.
I just said, yeah. I manifested you, Val.
That's right, Val.
You did? I mean, you guys are having so much fun.
Yeah.
Why am I not here?
Yeah. I just said,
join the party.
Magic on everything. So, and boom, there you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it happens.
Thank you, Susan Rotella. Yeah, she says we feel the energy. Yes. Yeah. We can. Whatever else is going on, it is part of a play. It's theater.
Mm-hmm.
Reality is bendable. Create your own beautiful thing. That's it.
There was something I read today.
Independent thinker.
Oh,
Be an independent thinker. Don't go with mass consciousness. Create what you want to see in your life. And don't depend on the outside world to tell you what your life is like.
That's
Take
right.
charge of it yourself.
Somebody was saying today in some video that I watched briefly, and it was the past can be changed.
Yes.
Because you can time travel too. Everything begins with mind.
It absolutely can be changed.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Totally. Those things that those hurts that we endured as children, that we can, as adults, we can go back, we can replay them. Mm-hmm. We can change the tape that we automatically default to when we think of those things. And we can replace it with what we know now. And then,
that's right. Yep.
Yeah, it's not.
And the same thing goes with forgiving those that didn't know any better. Doesn't mean you have to forget, but
you don't want to carry resentments and all of that stuff with you. That's luggage you're towing from the past as well. So that's pretty much a component of it all.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like that's what my dream last night was about, was resetting that tape. Kind of
cool.
Just watching it again and saying, nope, that's not what it meant. It meant something totally different.
Right.
Something healing.
That's right. It doesn't have to define who I am or what I am going to continue to be. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that is taking your power back for sure.
Yeah, and reclaiming that energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And Mary Thornberry says, most things change through forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. You're a wise woman, Mary. That's right. You're right.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with forgetting what happened. It has to, and forgiveness is for you. It's not really for the other person. Right? They could go the rest of their life. They don't care if you forgive them or not. So it's not for them. It's for you. It's for you to say, like Val said, I'm not going to carry that luggage with. I've got my own set. I don't need to carry yours.
Exactly.
I've never been able to hold a grudge against anybody. It's never been part of me. I always internalized it into feeling guilty about it.
That's why you have hearts on your chest. You have heart. You've got this big heart that's connected.
Absolutely.
It is, but I find that it's like a superpower almost, like not holding on to that. there's always a reason for action, and it's just not excusing them, but knowing there's a cause, there's something that happened, and there's something they have to work through. And that's what we're here for, to help them work through it, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, that's the definition of grace, and that's what you're.
Yes, that's a bigger understanding and a wonderful thing to realize from someone else's perspective is empathy. And
And there are physical consequences to carrying that burden, right? Because it prevents you from being in that nervous system state where you can heal and rest and digest. So there's physical blessings to doing that heart work as well.
That's
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are, I believe, at the 7. Are we at 7?
Yeah.
Yes.
Light your lights.
Start
Start your lights.
those of you in the central time zone, light your light. And I'm just going to sit back and allow Val.
Okay. Here we go.
Ready for the magic.
The magic. So, just go ahead on your own and take a couple of deep breaths of allowing to let this energy flow through you and to you and through the earth, out to all humanity. Beloved light of all creation, we pause in this sacred moment to deepen our alignment. As our hearts beat together across the globe in unity, clarity, and unwavering love, with this second intention, we consciously expand the field we have created, amplifying the light, strengthening the connection, and anchoring even more of our soul's brilliance into this now moment. We call forth the continued flow of our divine presence to move through us effortlessly as we allow our light to shine without hesitation, without limits, without fear. We open to receive a new wave of inspiration and remembrance, a knowing that we are the living embodiment of the divine plan unfolding. Our light is the signal. Our hearts are the gateways. Our love is the frequency of transformation. We shine not only to illuminate the world, but to ignite the dormant sparks in others, to awaken truth, to remind the earth of its beauty, and to walk forward together as torch bearers of peace. From this sacred space, in this collective resonance, we affirm once again, we are the light, we are the love, we are the new earth rising together. So be it. And so it is done.
It is done.
It is done.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I'm going to skedaddle.
Okay. Thank you, Val.
Scamper and take a nap.
Yeah, you might need to. It's been a long day for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I love your meditations, Val. Oh,
Aren't they nice? They
Yeah.
are.
powerful.
Beautiful.
Powerful.
Thank you so much, Marina. I'm going to say goodbye for now and hope to see everyone at a future show.
Absolutely.
And, thank you. Thank
My
you from me and from Corn, the beautiful Corn mother.
Thank you.
thank
Okay,
you.
Daphne.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you two take over. Thank you so much
Okay.
so much for having me. This was wonderful.
Thank you, Sarah. We love you.
Definitely
You
do it
too.
again.
Bye.
Definitely do it
Bye,
again. Bye for now.
Bye.
And I'm
And
just
Trish was here.
yes,
She
he was.
pop out?
He was here.
Oh,
Yeah, and then popped out. But
okay. All right.
she
Well,
will
I'll make my exit when you're not alone. I don't know if you have to run to the restroom or if you've had that covered, but you're welcome to do that if you need to.
Thank you.
There are
Thank
some
you.
things we cannot stop, you know.
Yes, absolutely. It's funny how, yeah, when I was younger, I could go the whole day.
Yeah,
And
I know.
when you think to yourself at 10:30 in the morning as you're having your coffee break, oh yeah, I got to go to the bathroom, and then you remember at 5:45, oh yeah, I need to
Never
go to
did
the
get
bathroom.
there, did I?
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
I
Not
know.
anymore. Now it's, do you need to go to
Now,
the
if you
bathroom?
think
Then you
about
gotta
it,
go now.
have to be very careful, even if I think I have to go.
Yes, yes,
Oh
absolutely.
dear.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
yes, I'll wait until until Trish joins us again, and
Okay.
yeah, she could be having issues. Hold on, let me just double check because I haven't. Okay, that's not it. All right. Yeah, I think one of the last times that hey Sylvia, that Trish and I got together. Um, Yeah, I think she was having some challenges with the sound, and
Oh,
when she changed the whether oh gosh, okay, my mind's gonna go now. Um, if she was on oh goodness gracious, whatever platform she was on, anyway, she changed the platform, and it
oh,
worked. Everything worked.
oh,
So yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That's
Sometimes
unusual.
you just don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
you
Yeah,
just don't.
Val was having a hard time because she had to change her video last night so that it
Oh,
wasn't as clear because for some reason her other thing was buffering too much. So I get
oh
it.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
I totally understand. Here she
Up,
comes.
up,
Yeah.
up. There she is. Hello,
Hello.
Trish.
Hi, Trish.
How is everybody?
Good. How are
Doing
you?
fabulous. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Had some
Oh,
synchronicities this morning, so that's always a good sign.
Good.
excellent.
I
Love it
Mhm.
love
when that
it. Me
happens.
too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And we saw you come in earlier and then you disappeared. And we said, yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Yeah. It's that thing where I come in and I have no volume. I can't hear anybody, so I jump back out, change browsers, come back in. It's always a
That,
different browser.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant to say, you guys. The
That's
browser.
all right, Marina.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we all get it. I can't remember the words sometimes myself. So
Yeah.
Oh, that
anyway,
happens.
The thingamajig with the whatchamacallit.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah, that,
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna step out and let you two ladies do your magic. And
Great to see
it's
you, Ali.
nice to see
yeah.
you, Trish. And thank you, Marina. Bye,
You're
everybody.
more than
Have a good
welcome.
night.
Bye, Allie.
Bye
Have
bye.
a great evening. Bye for
Thank you.
now.
Bye bye.
Oh my goodness. All righty, there we
Big
are.
show. Big show today. Lots of
Yes,
beautiful energy today.
I
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
it's been
this
wonderful.
morning, you were talking about 222.
Yes.
And just because I've been watching the show the whole time, but before you put it out, I put my little 222 card, which you can't see it, this card,
Huh.
because yesterday my cosmic channel, you can hear me okay, my cosmic channel hit 2222, and I thought, oh wow, amazing. So I screenshot and I put it in the community post and put it there, and then I thought, oh, I might talk about that today. So I got the little card out. Then you started talking about 222. And I thought, well, that's a sign. And what it
Yes.
means is alignment, focus on what you want. You are in the right place at the right time. So I thought, beautiful confirmation about being at the right place at the right time.
Yes.
So, yeah, all these little wonderful synchronicities. So, and I've had
Fabulous. And
them.
I'm getting full body chills. Yes.
Yeah, amazing. So, and the energy is really beautiful, but I woke up this morning with this song, Jimmy Barnes, Too Much Ain't Enough Love, I think it is. And I thought, oh, why can't I get that song out of my head now? And when you wake up with a song playing, when
Yeah.
it's like your angels are telling you it's a message.
Yes.
So I looked into it, and it's about, for one thing, waking up in the middle of the night, and you and Sarah and all talking about waking up in the middle of the night. And I thought, well, there's another little connection.
Yes.
And the other thing is, it's about, you can start a fire, but you can't control the flame. So I thought it's like you can shine your light, but you have to surrender to the universal flow. So it's about not trying to control what happens with that flame. So I thought maybe that might be what the message is that they're trying to tell me. So I just thought,
Absolutely. I
yeah,
love that. I love that. And
yeah.
that's so true. Yeah, you
Mm.
light the spark. You don't know where it's going to end up.
Exactly. And spirit plays a big part in that, or the universe, whatever you call that energy. So yeah, it's like, hi everybody in the comments. I forgot to come and say hello. But yeah, and I think everybody here, 222 is coming up a lot lately. Dawn says, yeah, me too. And getting this 222, it's an alignment. And when you think about that word alignment, aligning to a new timeline, are we aligning to a collective consciousness that change? Are we aligning to spirit, to source? You know, and this song too also represents a deep connection, a yearning that people have to connect to other people, but also to connect to spirit. So for me personally, it's like that universal connection. And I was just talking to my massage therapist yesterday about it's an addictive feeling. So that connection that you have when you're working with spirit. So it's such a beautiful feeling.
It is. It
It
is.
is.
And it's I do agree with you. I think that what at least what I'm feeling is that even though, it feels like there's all this chaos going on. It's like I'm in the middle of a hurricane, but I'm in the middle. I'm calm. I'm centered. I'm okay.
Exactly.
I
I
know
feel
that
the same. I
yeah,
feel the same. And I've got the goosebumps. That's those little
yes,
true signals. It's amazing. It's like the whole world is in complete chaos now. And I think everybody here in the comments too, I think everybody aligned to this type of topics are
yes,
probably feeling the same thing. It's like we're trying to hold peace or calmness, or we're trying to hold something to align, I guess, to where
yes,
we're supposed to be. This crazy chaos that's going on around, the division, the wars, all this negativity, it doesn't keep us anchored into where our alignment. So I think it's maybe
yeah,
a bit of a distraction to throw us off what we're supposed to be doing.
yes. Very,
Yeah.
very much a distraction
Mm.
because it's happening so quickly from all kinds of places that we
One
don't
thing
have
after
time
another.
to adjust to one before
Yeah,
you're hit with another. And
exactly.
yeah, and that to me is like, that's not done by accident. That
Mm.
that's done to keep you in that state of, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know where the axe is going to fall. Oh my goodness, that the henny penny, the world, the sky's falling down. And when you're able to take yourself out of that and say, I'm not participating, I can watch
Exactly.
it. I can watch it go by. I can acknowledge, yeah, there's a tornado. I don't have to drive in the middle of it. I don't have
That's
to,
right.
I'm just
Well, I
watching.
actually love your analogy about being in the eye of the storm. So it's that complete calmness. It's going on around
Yes.
us, but we're anchoring or holding that light. And I love that analogy that you've used, because that's exactly how it feels when you pass through that chaos and find yourself in the center. It's like you know what's going on around you, but you can kind of pull your energy away from it, so you're not affected by it. And I
Yeah,
think that's what we're supposed to do. Maybe, well, I believe that's what we're supposed to do.
I think so.
Mm.
I think so. Yeah, it's and it's funny because I said earlier that, yeah, when I woke up, I turned on the TV and Edgar Casey was on. Out of all the people that would appear in my stream at 2:22 in the morning, yeah, Edgar Casey talking about the seven realms of ascension and so on. It was like,
Wow.
oh,
Wow.
okay,
Wow.
yeah, that was definitely one of those sit up and pay attention moments.
So maybe it's a bit like we're supposed to ascend, but
Yes,
all this chaos holds us, anchors us here in this timeline, this place where we are, so we can't ascend. So that kind of really does make sense.
yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
it does. And what one of his the big things that he talked about was the the unity of when we get together, and when we are being positive, when we are when we ascend, other people do too. They may not realize it, they may not actively participate in it, but they do too. And they
Exactly.
can't put a finger on it. They just know that they feel different, they feel better, they feel happier. And I think once they
Definitely.
get to that point, that's when they can recognize what it is that we're doing, what it is that we're saying. And, it's the water's fine. Come on in.
Yeah, definitely. So it's funny you say that, because I always pull cards before I come on. What direction should I go, and always bring spirit
Yes.
into it. I pulled the same card, and then I pull a message for the collective. And one of the cards that came up in my reading was about the sun, which is about shining. It's about being radiant, showing your energy, shining your energy. But what I got from that when I first laid it down was, like the Leo energy. The Leos, when they're very generous and they're shining, everybody around them feels great. Everybody else is lifted. So the radiant sun card is about you shining your light, you being radiant. People around you are also affected by that energy. And saying that, the other card that I pulled for the collective was energetic influence. So how you're affected. So everybody, and it's funny how spirit works. Like some of the things you've been talking about come up in the cards. And then I pulled for collective as well. And I also got your radiant light. So the people watching, the viewers, so their radiant light. So they're shining their lights as well. And the people around them are also benefiting or lifting, rising, ascending even from their light as well. So yeah, what a beautiful connection that is. But that's funny. I didn't mean to say how we're affected, but that's what one of the collective messages was, how we're affected by the energy around us. So do we choose to stay in the storm, that energy of negativity, or do we choose to step into the eye of the storm where we can view it but feel calmness and feel where we can raise our energy and other people are lifted by our energy instead of being caught up in that kind of negative energy? So that's what came out. And the other one that came out this morning was a great reset, meaning it's not so it's changes are coming, and I'm getting it in the readings I'm getting. There's changes coming for sure. So there's like a great reset, and it's like, not only do we have to step out of that hurricane, we have to cleanse that energy or reset that energy. So we have to find ways to be inspiring, because the other card was inspiration. Find inspiration, find our heart compass, because I've been getting the heart compass card a lot too lately, about, and that's, your heart is your guide to show you what radiates, what makes you shine, and your passion, your heart passion. So those are the cards that have been coming out a lot for me over the last week.
That's fabulous. I love that. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like, is watching. I don't know. Words sometimes fail me, because it's not so much a word, it's a feeling more than anything else. But I know that what is happening, what we are witnessing, is it's challenging for some people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, have the faith that we're going to get through this, and it is so much better on the other side.
Definitely.
So much better. We just have to get through this, and we will.
Yeah, and it's those big three generational planets that are shifted.
Yes.
And it's funny, because I was talking my massage therapist, he loves all this stuff as well, and he was saying that we're going into a numerology year 1 in 2026. I don't follow numerology, I follow astrology and tarot.
Yes.
But he says we're going into a new beginning year next year. And I said to him, well, that's very strange, because we've got all of these the three main like the generational planets, the out of planets, they're moving back and forth a moment, but retrograding across the signs. But 2026, the three of those planets settle into those positions, and they stay there from anywhere from 7 years to 20 years, depending which planet you're looking at. So big changes are coming, and what we're feeling as they're moving back and forth across these signs is the changes, the shift, the energy's coming. We feel it. We know we're shifting, but we're trying to break away from the old structures. So, and the old power systems. So yeah,
absolutely.
Beautiful time when you can kind of gauge what's going on.
Absolutely. And there are things that I think we're reviewing where it is that we want to go as humanity. Like, do we want to stay in that space where your worth, your value, and everything is measured by something like money or
materialism?
Yeah. And how far has it gotten us to this point to do that? If it was beneficial for us, everybody would be happy. We wouldn't have this disparity of the have and the have-nots, and people who struggle and people who don't, and so on. So we need to focus on thinking about the we, not the me.
The connection. The connection. I feel that so strongly. It's moving into, and that's Pluto in Aquarius, because Aquarius is about connection. It's about people and the collective energy. So it's definitely that energy coming in, and Pluto is going to be there for 20 years. So that's a whole new generation where we're more focused on our spiritual connection. Technology too, because Aquarius does represent AI and technology and new innovations, but it's this energy of, rather than putting our power or our personal power in the hands of other people to keep us in this system where it's, I want, so therefore I have to borrow money to have what everybody else has, and then I'm stuck in this this trap, this money trap, where I can't get out of it. And then there's the debt and the angst that comes from all the requirements that you have to have, and paying your bills, and on top of the cost of living. Like, it's just crazy. But if you can kind of pull yourself out of that energy and come back to heart-centered or soul-led energy, where it's about that spiritual connection rather than that monetary. And we need our bodies, we need our physical realms. We have to look after our physical body. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but we need a connection with our spiritual being as well.
Exactly.
Help us through these times.
Yeah, and that is something I think that over the last little while, a lot of people have they have minimized their spiritual side in favor of the materialistic.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel comfortable.
It feels empty. It feels empty. And that's exactly what I was saying about that addictive connection feeling. It's like when you connect to spirit, when you've done a reading for somebody, or when I create cards, that's where I connect in. So the feeling is so fulfilling. It's unbelievable, that connection. And that song also relates, that I woke up to, also relates to that urge or that yearning for that connection, whether that's with people, whether that's with spirit. It's that deep connection, and deep connection. We've got Sun in Scorpio. We're just gone into Scorpio season. So we're probably going to be feeling that a little bit more over the next month.
Yeah. And that
deep connection.
Yes. And that's what we need. That's what we need. The people who are not resonating with that, you know what, we really don't have to worry about it. We don't have to give them too much of our energy.
No. We have a role with our energy, and our role is not to, it is to inspire, but it's not to try and, I think time of waking people up is past. I think now our time is putting that energy into the connection to who we have, the connection to spirit, that connection to ascension, even, that raising that timeline to a better timeline. So I think that's more of we've woken up as many people as we can. And I think now it's time to do the work. So that's what we're here to do, the work.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was one of the things last night that I heard that Edward Casey talk about was, it's not just enough to love everyone, unconditionally and so on. You have to do the work. You have to come at it from a place of truth, and that
Yeah.
is your own truth in terms of looking at your shadow side, looking at all those parts of yourself,
Mhm.
recognizing them, acknowledging them, and loving yourself anyway.
Yeah. And they're part of you. They're part of
Yes.
who you are. They're part of, and it's not, and definitely Sun in Scorpio represents that, because Scorpio is your deep, where you have to go deep. It's doing the shadow
Yeah.
work. It's going within, but really understanding that is who you are and makes up part of you, and not hating or neglecting
Yes.
any part of you, because it makes you whole. It's part of who you are.
Yeah.
And having that hatred or that not liking something about yourself, it's sitting in energy of the lower energy, like
Yes.
the hate energy is lower energy. So it's about respecting yourself as well,
Yes.
and loving yourself, not just loving everybody else. It's loving yourself, not in a vanity way, but in a I'm grateful for my vessel. I'm grateful for this
Yes.
life and this opportunity that I have. I'm grateful for the connection that I have to spirit. That's one of my favorite
Yes.
things to say, is the connection.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And speaking about that, you've got a new deck out, the Forecaster Oracle.
Yes. So the forecaster will be on. Oh, is that my website? Is that? That could have been me. Yeah, so the forecaster will be on the website in about 3 weeks. That one's available. What's exciting about the forecaster is it's kind of like the predictions deck, which has been very, very popular. Different imagery on it, but it reads for personal readings as well. And it has blown me away. Usually I'll work on a deck for about 6 months of testing to make
Yes.
sure it works before I put it on the website. But this one, I think maybe 2 months, because it's accurate. It's been proving itself when I've been doing the monthly predictions. It's been actually working. And then to actually read it in the pick a card readings or for reading for other people, it's like, yeah, this makes sense. It brings it back to basic stuff that people are going through. So it can be read both ways, which I love. You can basically use it for anything, which is, really wonderful. So that one's coming out in 3 weeks, and I'm always working on decks because, as I said, it's a connection. It's the connection that I have. It's not so much the products. Its products are great. They're infused with energy of, this is to help you grow. This is to help strengthen your intuition. This is to help people give better messages to, help other people. So I like to help people. So, but it's not about the product for me. It's also about that connection and how it comes in from spirit. So I'm always working on one. So I'm working on a tarot at the moment, which is beautiful. It's telling the story of the suit of wands or the suit of pentacles through the eyes of astrology. So it's giving you that, it's a way, and the story that it's telling is so amazing. So I've put the story of the wands on my Cosmic Trish channel, but I might start putting some of the other stories that the cards are telling. But if you're looking at it through the lens of the zodiac signs and how well it clicks in with tarot, it's just amazing. I mean, they're hand in hand. It's the four suits. So it's a way of learning tarot and astrology at the same time. So, and understanding the connections to give you that deeper level of understanding and layered readings using the tarot. So that's what I'm working on. But there's always one that circles in the back. So this is just how they work with me. So there's always one that I'm working on physically, and then one that's kind of marinating in the background.
Yes.
Stand by. It never stops. I've got this big thick book of the notes and the downloads of all these things. So one that came up the other week was, and this is my high guide that steps in usually when I do the Neptune moon readings on the Cosmic channel. He usually steps in. He normally comes in at the end, like the card will come out to say, that he's been here, or if I'm asking for connection or permission, he normally comes through. So I don't even know what I was doing, but I felt his energy come through, and it's very powerful and strong energy. So I felt this energy. I thought, right, I've got to get the book because there's downloads coming. So I ran to get my little gold book where I write the notes and the card titles and the meanings and as they're coming out. And I started writing, and then my husband called me outside to help him with something. And I went outside, and there's this giant ibis bird, like giant. I mean, the Toph energy is the ibis-headed god.
Yes.
He's flying around a circle in my backyard, going round and around, and it's the biggest one I've ever seen, size of a pelican, but it was an ibis. And he's flying around, and as he goes over the roof and I couldn't see him anymore, I could see his shadow on my lawn. Just
Oh my gosh.
it was amazing. It was such a beautiful, and I'm thinking it was like physical proof that this connection's real. Like this is not
Yes.
just me being crazy.
Yeah.
It was showing me that this is a sign. He stepped in, and here's the physical energy flying around and around and around my house. So it was amazing. So I've got something in the works there. I don't know what that is. No visions. They don't show me visions until I finish the one that I'm on, and then that's when they start showing me the thank you, Illumination Portal.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't show me the visions of the images until I finish working. That way I don't murky them up and
Yes.
put
Yeah.
them together. I have to stay on the one that I'm on, but the downloads come at any time. They come in the middle of the
Yeah.
night, come if I'm in the shower. So, and then I just have to write them all down.
Ah, fabulous.
Yeah, that's
Fabulous.
the magic in the decks.
Absolutely. And I did a show yesterday with Sun Psychic Jean, and we were doing mostly mediumship readings. And yeah, I was doing the personal predictions and the connections deck.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
That's what I was using. And
yeah.
oh man, the cards were talking.
Oh, they
So
do.
much so that at the end when we were done, Jean said, you know, those cards really work for you. Like you've bonded with those cards. They are talking to you, and there's no ambiguity in what they're saying. It's just,
and it's the trust, and the trust too. Like it's like, okay, I'm just gonna go with what you're saying because I trust what you're saying with the cards. But yeah, definitely the bond. It's all about having that bond for sure, and finding the right deck to be bonded with.
Yes, absolutely. They're I really, really enjoy them. There's some of them are more bonded to me than others, but
well, I'm very bonded to my Neptune. So I feel I go very deep with the Neptune. And when I do I'm testing a deck for the investigation, so like a true crime, I'm testing it, but I'm not as bonded with that new deck as what I am with the investigation oracle. So it may never get released. But then I think, well, maybe just because I'm not bonded to it doesn't mean somebody else is not going to be bonded to it. So I have to consider that as well with that deck as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Jean and I agreed that that's one of the reasons that there are so many decks out there, because there's, some people resonate with decks that I have seen them work with. I think it's a fabulous deck. I will go out and get the deck, and when I try to work with it, it's like kind of sorta, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not the deck. It's the connection.
It's the connection. It's 100%. It's the connection, and there's ways to connect to the decks. I can't remember which deck it was. I think actually it was the new forecaster deck. When I first opened it, it wasn't reading for me, and I thought, okay, I have to bond. So I put it under my pillow. That's what I do.
Yes.
I have it under my pillow for 2 nights, so it can, I don't know, get into my thoughts. It can connect with me and understand which ones need to come out when it's trying to say something. And then after those 2 days, I picked it up, and it hasn't let me down since. It's just read so beautifully and so easily. That's the thing. It's the ease of how easy it is to read the story that it's trying to tell. So you lay out a couple of cards and you can see the story that it's amazing. And it blows you away. It's like, I still shake my head and think, wow, like that's spirit, they tell you these things, and it's amazing connection.
It is. It is. And I tend to do that similar thing with whenever I get a new deck, I like to spend a few days with it so that it's it's near me, it's around me. I'll put it in my purse if I'm going out, just so that it's there. And I do the same thing. I put it under my pillow, And
And then once you have that bond, it's like, yeah, you just trust it, and it
yes,
makes your readings easy because
yes,
you can just, yeah, and then your connections come in at the same time, and yeah, you can rely on the cards, especially the mediumship. I find it gives me
yes,
a little bit more confidence to do the mediumship readings because you might be able to see them through your mind's eye who's standing there and describe them and what they're doing, but sometimes it's not always easy to express what you're feeling,
yes,
and by having those connection cards, it gives you messages they might be saying. So, and then they come out, and then you think, okay, that does align to how I'm feeling with this energy.
yes.
And it just puts words to the feelings, which is,
It,
very
it does.
helpful as a reader.
Yeah, it is,
Mm,
and it is very helpful. And there's
mm.
more than once where I've turned over a card, and a thought will come into my head, and it may or may not resonate with the particular card that is down when I first put it down, but the second and third ones will.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
put it down. I get the thought. If I have confidence enough to say it out loud, and I
That's the biggest
usually
thing.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
is
That's the biggest thing.
yeah. I don't the whatever message comes out. I'm just a vehicle for that. It's the
Yeah.
message isn't for me. The message is for
That's
whoever
right.
I'm reading
And
for.
it's not our right to hold that message back
Yes.
because it may not be relevant right now, but it may be important tomorrow. So yeah, if we hearing something or feeling something, we need to,
Yeah.
be confident enough to say it. And that's the biggest hurdle, I think, as a reader, is just learning to surrender and just say, okay, I'm just
Yes.
going to go with it. I'm just going to say whatever. And for me, doing videos and being on YouTube, it's like sometimes it's so nerve wracking. You think, oh, what if I say something stupid? And
Yes.
I just surrender and I say, okay, I'm just going to open my mouth. And whatever comes out of my mouth is meant to come out at that time. It's just
Exactly.
having that faith, that Spirit's going to give you the right words and the right sentences at the time. Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So Valerie at Illumination Portal says, Trish, which deck is your favorite?
Oh, well, I only just said this to my massage therapist yesterday. The deck that I'm working on at the time is almost my favorite deck because I put so much love and energy and connection into each deck that it's always the favorite one at the time. But as far as reading, my go-to is the personal predictions is my go-to deck. I won't grab that out. There's lots of decks in there, but that's my go-to. If I have a question for me personally and I think, oh, what should I do? What direction do I need to take? It's the personal predictions is the one that I go because it answers kind of really easily and basic kind of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite also is the Neptune for when I want to go deep or when I want a collective kind of message. And I feel there's something about the energy of the high guides in this one that
Yes.
that I really like. But I mean I love all my decks. It's like picking a favorite child, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I do. I love them all, but for different reasons. They all have qualities, and but I just love them all. Yeah, it's hard to say. But
Yeah.
they for different things, and depending on what style of reader you are, what you like to read on is the way to choose.
Totally.
Mm.
My suggestion is get one of each, okay? and then you'll have a choice because
Yeah.
I'm finding more and more and more that I will automatically go to your decks first before
Okay.
I'll go to some of the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's almost like sometimes the other ones feel left out.
Oh, okay.
But I also get the feeling that they were holding space for these decks to come in.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
But it's great too to have more than one deck because
Yes.
I find if I'm shuffling and the cards aren't coming out, that's Spirit's way to say to me, okay, change decks. So then if there's nothing coming out, I'll put that down, grab the next deck, and they start talking again. So sometimes they say the message is not in that deck, it's in this deck. So it's good to have a couple of decks just lying around.
Absolutely. And I can't tell you how many times I've done that where, I'm shuffling one deck and I'm asking the question and all of a sudden I'll hear wrong deck
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Change decks. Yeah, it's great. Spirit's
Fine,
wonderful.
fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't know about your spirit guides, but mine have a good sense of humor. I think that's part of the reason that they are attached to me and I'm attached to them
Yeah.
is we understand each other's humor and like
Yeah. I've said that too in some of the readings where you'll pull it out and I shake my head. I'm like, you're so funny. Spirit's so funny.
yes,
Because the way they, reinforce that message or it's just little things
yeah,
that they do. It's like I say, oh, Spirit's so funny. Wonderful.
yeah.
Mm.
And oh, hold on, I'm going to show it to you here. Here you go. There you go, Val.
Yeah.
Neptune moon. Oops.
That was a limited edition. That one has sold out. I do release limited editions, so I have the regular ones, the popular ones, the ones that everybody orders. They say that's the connections, the predictions, the personal predictions, and the investigation. They're always available. There's always a tarot deck available. The current tarot deck is the pink deck, the Stardust. Great for digging dirt. Great for looking at celebrities or politicians and seeing what they're up to, on the sly. I always go to that one for the deck, but when that one sells, that's that one. You've got them all, I'm sure. The Immortal's coming. The Immortal's coming to you. We've been told Canadians on the running strikes, so your postal services. But I just got told on Friday by my postal representative, just said Monday's the day. Get your orders in. Get all the orders sent on Monday because they're opened up for us for Monday. Because then who knows when they're going to close back up again. So this is Canada only. So Monday I'm sending all the Canadian decks back out again. So hopefully they make it through to Canada before Canada stops and
Again. Yeah, exactly.
Again.
Yeah. My Trish had already sent me the deck and then it was returned back to her because
it came back. Yeah, a few of the Canadian ones did. I don't know if any of the Canadian ones made it, but I have a whole bunch that came back to me. So the postal rep said, Monday, get him in on Monday because then the doors are open.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Fingers and toes crossed.
Yeah.
That'll.
So there's that tarot will get replaced. The pink tarot gets replaced with the Astro Tarot when it comes out next year. It'll be a January deck, and it'll be the tarot that stays with throughout 2026, and then it'll probably get changed over for 2027. But then during the year, I run little limited editions. So I'll do like a small number print run, and then they go until they sell out, and then they're gone again. They may come back the following year for another print run, depending on people, who's asking for what decks. But there's always the regular ones. Otherwise, if I was to order every deck that I have, I'd be broke for a start because I've got to buy them all first. But I would have no room to have all these decks stored everywhere. So I have to stick to the main ones and then just run the one limited edition at a time every couple of months.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that one, the Neptune, won't be back until 2026. So we'll do another limited edition run sometime in 2026.
There you go. All right, Valerie. So get on Trish's website and make sure that just keep checking back, and if you can, become a member because then you get kind of first pick.
You do. You get a discount. I hold decks back for members, and I also talk to the members too about what they want me to release. So I'm going to release another new limited edition. Which deck do you want? So and just based on what people are asking for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine it's like picking your favorite child. Yeah. No, you just can't. They all have their own qualities.
Exactly. Yeah. And Valerie says she's on your website now. Thank you for helping.
Beautiful. In the US, so I'm reading Anita, what's going on with the US. We're back. We're back with the US. We're shipping to the US. You don't pay tariffs. I pay tariffs. So you don't have to worry about, getting charged whatever from your government. I pay that before it leaves the country. So nothing changes for you. You order, I send, I pay tariffs, and you receive the deck. So we're back with the US. So I thought somebody's mentioned it, but I thought I should just let everybody know because I forgot to do a video to say, US is back to normal, and you're not getting a tariff.
Yeah, absolutely. That is fabulous. Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you how I am so not paying attention to the Canadian postal system because the concept of a strike to me is I have we have exhausted all avenues. There is nothing else that we can do except say, okay, we're on strike. They do this so often that it's kind of like crying wolf.
Christmas. It's Christmas
Yes,
shopping
Christmas.
every year. Every year it hits, and I swear it came in earlier this year. I
Yes,
always aim for October to be, the last
yes,
have like the new decks out by October. That
yes,
way Canadians have the chance to order them before you shut down in November. This year you
yes,
shut down in October. So
yes,
and sometimes you don't open up again until February. So it's like
yeah,
months of not being able to receive things from
yeah.
overseas.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. And I didn't this last strike, I I didn't even realize that they were on strike. Until I had asked my son if he had checked the mail because we don't have it delivered to the door. We have the community mailbox and everyone has their own
Okay.
little
Yep.
box and yeah, I asked him if he had checked the mail and he said, "Why would I do that?" And I said, "Well, because I'm expecting things." And he said, "Mom, they're on strike." I went, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay."
Yeah. And yours went out before the strike, so it went
Yeah,
out but didn't get to leave the
yeah,
country because
not yet.
like within a day or 2 years went on strike,
Yes,
and that was the end of that. So it came back. So
yeah,
hopefully, but this year it's not that complete strike like it has been in the past where they just shut down right through Christmas. They're rolling the strike. So
they're
I don't know if
rolling.
they've
Yeah,
done that before, which means I can get them in and then I'll get shut down again. And I just have to listen to my rep what they're saying that when I can post.
yeah,
So any
exactly.
Canadians here, if you've still got your order in, because I
Yes,
refunded a lot of them, and some of them said, no, just hold it there, and when it's ready to go, just send it. So the ones that have held on, they're going out Monday. So hopefully they make it to you, and
yes,
you'll get to read those beautiful new decks.
yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait. I always get excited. It's like,
So do I. So do I. It's what a good feeling it is to get a new deck in the mail. I love it. And because I order the new prototypes and I get it
yeah,
in, I think, oh, I got a deck coming today. That's so excited. And the
yeah,
smell and just the feeling. It's the whole, it's such a good feeling.
yeah.
It's like Christmas.
It is, and with me, it's kind of it's almost like a little ritual in that when it comes in, the animals know that I've
Oh,
got something new. So I'll go in my bedroom and I sit down on the bed and they all gather close to me and are looking at me like, okay, are you gonna open
what
it?
have you
Yeah,
got?
yeah. And so it's like, okay, you guys, we have a new deck. Let's open it. Look at this. And they will. The cats get close to me on the bed. The dog will kind of be by the bed, but they're all paying attention. So
Oh,
it's like,
oh, I'll have to send you the little cat and dog deck.
oh,
It's the little yes and no deck with the cats and
yes,
dogs on it. Now it's a sweet little deck. It's like funny little messages. It
yeah,
says no, not pausable, or
not
ask, ask me again after treats. It's just cute. It's because I love dogs. I'm an animal lover, so it's
yes,
just how beautiful and cute and sweet.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There are a lot of things that honestly that yeah, the animals have gotten me through. And if it wasn't for them being around, like, yeah,
Mm.
their energy
Mm.
is just so
Amazing
fabulous.
and beautiful and unconditional. It's so
Yes,
beautiful. And speaking of the animals, I had a little puppy pass a few months back, and I thought, oh, somebody once told me that it was Liana messaged me and said that her and her son lost a pet, and they got the connections deck out, and that really helped her son get the message from the dog.
yes,
Like the message, she said the message that came through was so beautiful. It really suited, and it really helped the son have a farewell, come to
yes,
terms with the passing. And I'd never done it. I'd never pulled a card for one of my pets, and I have like lost a few pets over the years. Well, this little puppy, he was 6 months. He was, he was a sickly little puppy from when he was born, but he was so sweet and so gorgeous, and I loved him so much. When he passed, I thought, I want to see how he passed or why he passed. So I got the cards out, and he kept saying, it was like the dog card kept coming out all the time.
Yes.
And it kept saying, you are family, you are family. And it was like, we made him feel like family, like he had a family.
Yes.
And then the next one came in, and it was like a past of cancer. And I thought, that was my dog, my old dog. He died at 16, a few months before my puppy died. He died, he was 16, he had cancer. And I thought, Tyson's here. So Tyson came in to look after him. And then I'm talking and communicating. And amazingly, it was so amazing, the communication with the animals. And then the next one was overweight. I passed from being overweight. And then that was my son's dog that also had died in that 1 year. This year, we've lost three dogs.
Gosh.
2 of them very old. One of them was a baby. And he passed of being overweight. And he was 15. And he came in. So I thought, beautiful. My 2 big dogs have come in to look after my little baby dog. And he kept saying he has family. He feels like we were family. My other dogs are his family, and they're looking after him. So it's just beautiful. And I'd never done that with the cards before, which was such a connection that was beautiful for me to say goodbye.
Yes. Absolutely. I did a reading for someone a number of weeks ago, and part of it was mediumship, and so I took up the connections deck, and yes, I got the dog and the cat, and I thought, is this a person?
Marina, I've lost sound again.
Oh,
I've lost sound. So yeah, not actually hearing. So sorry about that.
That's okay.
So I might pop out then. I think almost time for Val to come in. So so sorry. It's really frustrating when I can't hear the conversation and what's going on. So it was really nice to be here. And I can see you writing.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, no, it's me. It's not your audio. It's me. For some reason, when I log in, when I first come in, I can't hear what's going on, and it's just shut down right now. But that would be spirit. Beautiful. Thank you, and thank you all, everybody, and thank you so much. And I will see you again on the next one.
Absolutely.
Have a great show.
Bye. Oh my gosh, you guys. She is just the loveliest personality. Honestly, I could spend hours and hours and hours just chatting with her, reading cards back and forth. And speaking of which, we'll be planning a get together real soon. This month has been it's been a challenge for me. As most of you know, I was sick the beginning of the month, and man, oh man, that just, it threw me for a loop. I said, I'm not a very good patient, Anyway, so we will have to set something up so that Trish and I can do some more readings for you guys, because they're always just so much fun. Okay, so I'm thinking there was something that I was going to. Oh, yes, I remember. All right, Donna, thank you for being here. Thank you for those of you that are still here with me. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I know that the guests do too. So yes, absolutely, Trish. We'll be setting up another one as soon as I can come up with a couple different dates in beginning of November. We'll get her done. Absolutely. Okay, so what did I want to share with you guys? What I wanted to let you know was that if you are interested in supporting the Shine Your Light event, or having some of your Shine Your Light merchandise, where do you go to? Just a minute. I'm just trying to find. Okay. There you. Oh. Never mind that. Here we go. That's that's where you go. What can you get? You get t-shirts, you get sweatshirts, you get hoodies, you get all kinds of things. But then you also can get these. Woo, buddy. Okay. He wanted to come out and play. So, all right, let's show him first. What a little mess. Yeah, get your own Shine Your Light teddy bear. Um, yeah, this particular one, and then there's also a bigger, just a slightly bigger one. And they have, yeah, the Shine Your Light t-shirts and whatnot. So these I think are absolutely fabulous if you know someone who is pregnant, or if you have grandchildren, think about ordering one of the teddy bears for them, and let them grow up from day one or whenever with the concept of shine your light. Be the light that you want to see in the world, because the babies that we've got coming up now, oh my gosh, they are so connected in so many ways that, yeah. So you can go on the the heart-centered tarot, my spread shop. You can go on there and you can find that. If you go to my YouTube page, it's on there. Just scroll down under the more section and you'll see it. And so, yeah, check out some of the stuff that is available on there. All right, I'm going to take that off, go up here, and okay, look, I got Miss Diana who is standing by. I'm going to bring her in. Hey, Diana.
Hi. I'm excited. Sorry, I'm excited to be here because I missed last month. So
oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's adorable. And here's Val. Hello, Val.
Hello.
Hi, darling.
Hi, Diana. How are you doing?
Great.
Good.
Fabulous.
Good.
And now that Val is here, and we're getting close to the top of the hour, and I'm going to step away, and as they used to say back in the day, I'm going to spend a penny. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
That's what it costs to open the door.
Yes. Okay. See you in a few.
All right. Bye. Okay. So here we go. This is our third intention invocation. I want you to go ahead and take your deep breaths in on your own, because that is opening you to allow in this energy. So just take a very deep breath in, and maybe a few more while I really invite the energies. Beloved divine presence, as we continue this sacred wave of light across the earth, we now anchor our third intention, a deepened embodiment of our divine radiance. In this moment, we open ourselves fully to the infinite flow of light within and around us. We allow our hearts to become radiant temples of truth, serenity, and soul-aligned purpose. We call forth the golden light of illumination to guide us into a deeper remembrance of why we are here, who we truly are, and the power we hold when we shine together as one. From this place of clarity, we activate our shared commitment to be living pillars of light and love, embodied bridges between heaven and earth, awake, aware, and aligned with the cosmic heart. May this light continue to ripple onward and outward, touching souls we may never meet, soothing the collective with compassion, and awakening dormant codes of unity around the globe. Together we hold the field of transformation. Together we lift the frequency of humanity. Together we shine our light. We offer this intentional devotion with joy and with infinite love. So be it, and so it is. It is done. Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. Powerful words. Powerful. I could hear Yeshua and Buddha speaking.
Oh, wow. You're
And
giving me
little
the
Yoda
chills.
does it too.
Thanks,
yeah.
Diana. Oh, wow. That's powerful.
Beautiful.
I see you got your lights up, your Christmas. I mean, it's festive. Is that
yeah.
it's your Thanksgiving lights? No,
It's my Groucho come fly over here lights.
Oh, I see.
The Christmas tree usually goes in this corner also.
Yeah.
So, this will shift out. And she loves to sit in the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Are you kidding?
She's only flown over to this corner and landed here a couple of times because there's no high branch.
Yes, right.
But I have this beautiful perch tree that the branches were cut down, so it's supposed to be for her to sit in, and it's all done up in lights.
Yeah.
If I don't put her in it, she don't go to it.
She doesn't go to it. It's not attractive to her for some reason.
It's not. It may have too many bigger branches.
Oh, yeah.
She's pigeon sized, so she needs smaller branches. But I put those on there, and they're very stable. She still go.
For some reason, she doesn't feel secure.
Yeah, because she can't hide, and she's afraid.
That's what it is.
Grizzly's going to see her.
That's what it is. That feeling of needing to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So I'll leave you to it, and I'll
ladies
going back to rest.
Absolutely.
It was good to see you, Diana. Love to touch
Yes,
base with
Valerie, definitely.
you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, Val.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She just always does such a phenomenal job.
Oh, it was very powerful.
Yeah, she's mentioned to me a couple times, if you want someone else to do this, and it's like, don't mess with something that ain't broke.
I know, the cauldron's boiling. We're good.
Yeah, as long as you're willing to do this.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not taking applications for replacement. So so welcome, Diana. Nice to see you here.
Thank you.
And I saw your little video that you put up about getting your beehive ready for winter.
For today's, it was comedy going on there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was
that one frame in. But the truth of the matter is that duh moment. If I had just moved the water container over, none of that would have happened. But I'm right-handed, so of course.
Yes, absolutely. And Innocent Potato said, Jen Lynn Tarot keeps her Christmas tree up all year round. Yeah, for 5, I think it probably has been 5 or 6 years now. And it's one of her trademarks.
In the kitchen, there's a picture window, right? And in that picture window, I have my Halloween tree. And then I went and got a whole bunch of really fancy branches. And it stays there, and I just turn it into a Christmas tree by attaching those.
Yep. Excuse me. I think my throat is starting to, talking for this amount of time.
Well, your throat chakra is trying to clear. Spirit's coming in and giving you a hand there.
Yes.
Wipe it out.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And yes, Brian Dibble, thank you for that giggle that I saw. But don't forget to leave a nickel for the Tidy Bowl Man. Yes. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So we're just waiting for Valerie to join us. I think she's probably on her way in.
Yeah, she should be any minute. We were both having internet troubles. Like I have not been able to post the thumbnail you send us.
Yes.
won't come up. I can't get it to come up. But before, so Valerie has sent me a message. Can you send me blah, blah, blah? I've saved it 4 times and I can't get to use it. So then I went to open my emails and all my mail was gone. I had nothing. No mail. It told me how many pieces were there, but I couldn't bring, nothing. Not trash, not junk, not saved, not anything. So I had to shut it down, which of course is what you should always do. Mom, unplug it. I can hear my kid now.
Yeah.
Shut it off. So I did. And
Yes.
now we're back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're just waiting on you, Illumination Portal. We're just waiting on you.
Come on, girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. Need to see your pretty face and get that good energy. So yeah, I think if I remember, I think Valerie had the same issue that she couldn't download the thumbnail.
Right. I can save it.
Yeah.
But I can't, it should just open up and allow me to put it in on my thumbnail, and it won't. In fact, it wouldn't let me do anything.
Wow.
Any kind of thumbnail, not one out of mine or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's finicky. Just
finicky. Yes. Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes it's Spirit's way of having fun with us. You know, like
yeah. Oh, today is one of those days for sure. You know, like the backfiring in the beehive today is like, well, everything was going along so smooth. But what was happening was that very first frame, there was a very big cushion in there with the hive that they had been working on, right? And part of that was because I had that receptacle for the honey water on that side to begin with. And I moved that, and when I did, there was some extra that was attached to the side of the frame and the case, the box itself. And I neglected to take it off, thinking, well, there could be a baby in there. I don't want to mess that up.
Yeah.
So that was part of the problem, because every time I'd shove it over, that cushioning would just push it back.
Right back. Yeah. Yeah. I know. And sometimes, I look at the at some of the computer issues or internet issues. It's kind of like, you know, Spirit looking at me and going, "You silly human, you think you're in charge."
You think you know what you're doing.
Yes.
No, I've never said I know what I'm doing.
Yes. Exactly. There we go. Here's Valerie. Hello, miss.
Sorry. Oh, let me put this down. I'm listening on my phone. Okay. Hello, ladies.
And how are you?
I am good. I'm good. You know, something, I think there's a lot of solar activity going on, because there's a lot of weirdness. Like my internet will just spin. I don't know. Just weird stuff, you know.
Yeah, we had three more flares go off yesterday that are aimed to us for a geomagnetic storm.
Yeah.
Which may not hit everybody till tomorrow or the day after, but some of us are feeling it already. So if you're feeling wonky and everything's behaving wonky, that's why.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So just want to say, for those of you that are still here with us, for those of you that have joined, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your good energy, appreciate the powerful energy, because you know this is one of those shows that I walk away from and I vibrate.
Yeah,
and it stays with me for some time. It's like that's a good feeling. I like that. You know, I want to stay in this feeling for as long as I can.
Yeah.
It's almost like you knew what was in the astrology, because this is a good day to have this.
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Plus, every time I've looked at the clock, it's been doubles of everything, or triples, as in 222.
Yes.
even my video, when it ended, when I was recording it, when it ended on StreamYard, it was 21:27, 21:27. I mean, what are you trying to tell me there? How come we got the double?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love when, sorry.
Yeah.
I
No,
love when
no,
Spirit talks. Spirit talks through everything. Everything we do. Anything you notice. It's all communication. It's so cool.
it is. It is. Earlier today, I was getting ready for the show, and my son was getting ready because he was today was his boss's birthday party. So yeah, so he was going to go over over to his boss and so on. And he was showing me because I'd said to him he had a costume for the dog and he had a costume for himself. And I said, please make sure that somebody takes pictures. And he said, "Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got a little booth set up for pictures and whatnot." So I went, "Oh, fabulous." So as he's showing me pictures of the booth, he said, "Oh, by the way, look at the sunrise." He had taken pictures of the sunrise the other day, and I'm going to ask him to send it to me so that I can put it on, put it in my posts. Beautiful, just stunningly beautiful. So yeah, that's spirit letting us know everything is fine.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, and the moon now is coming into play with Antares, and that's a big. That's 9 degrees of Sagittarius. The moon is at, where is he? He's at 20 degrees of Sagittarius. So earlier today, he went over that point. And that's a time when your psychic abilities, everybody's psychic abilities click. So what do you have at that point? Everybody, anybody, somewhere in your chart, even if you don't have any other planets there, just having that pass through your Sagittarius house. So in your chart, what house is it in? That's where you're going to be getting these fantastic downloads.
Fabulous.
And watch for it to happen again in December, because December, the moon, the sun is also there, right? So the sun goes through that. So in December, Antares is at its most active the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as the sun is passing over that, especially when we have the new moon going through there at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And also in May 25th, 26th, 20, or no, sorry, 20, 27, 28, 29, 30, in through that time range, because now the sun's in Gemini. And it's at the beginning, so it's in those 9 degrees area. So now the moon is on the other side and Antares is on the other side. So he's active like that twice a year.
Perfect.
Where if you are working on manifestation, it's a good time to, with all of the royal stars, but when you're working on manifestation, that is one of the better ones, because the star opposite creates an axis by being at the same degree. So Aldebaran and Antares are both at 9 degrees. Aldebaran's in Gemini and Antares is in Sagittarius.
Fabulous.
And we had the moon conjunct Antares today, and we're at 2 degrees Scorpio and 22 degrees Sagittarius. And I know that you guys were talking about 222,
right?
And that's exactly where we are right now. Yeah.
Wow.
So
I sent 222 to group text that I had going on.
did you?
And then another gal sent me back 222 hours later because she was at the beach.
Yeah.
222 came back hours later, but she saw it too.
It came back. That's the interesting thing. But
Yeah.
not only that, we have the Mars coming into conjunction with Black Moon Lilith. Now that won't be exact till tomorrow, but that is just to just to keep everybody a heads up, it's a spicy day because Mars is our ability to act. Black Moon Lilith is our fear. So if you're having a fear with your feelings or how you feel about something, kind of pause and recognize that and allow yourself to readjust whatever you have to do. I'm always putting my hand on my heart to
Yes.
calm down, and get myself, because it is a big thing when Mars crosses over, and Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio. So we have the Sun in Scorpio, Mars, Mercury, and Black Moon Lilith. And this is going to be a very powerful month. We just got out of the moon was in Scorpio too. And now the moon is in Sagittarius, which kind of lightens it up and gives us a nice, what's that?
Oh, just Play Love Remember wanted to know which of Trisha's decks had the tarot on one side and the oracle on the other. And I just wanted to hold it up. There you go. It's a pink one. It's a Stardust.
It's called Stardust. I didn't
Stardust.
see that. Wow, she had so many decks. She's just brilliant.
I know.
I love her information. But all those decks, my goodness, and I know people rave about them. I need to really pick one up. So I wanted to pick up one that was, I'm going to hold off for that Neptune one, though. That's come. And let me talk about Neptune.
Yes.
Neptune just retrograded back into Pisces. Okay, so Neptune and Saturn are real close together, and they had moved into Aries. And now they moved back into Pisces. Retrogrades are good. You got to think of it as you're reviewing, you're reassessing, you're having another look at it in a different light. But Neptune at 29 degrees, which is the last degree of the zodiac, is going to sit there until when is that? January 17th or something like that. And that is the last degree of the zodiac. So we have, there's a lot of things. We can see the illusion, delusion, and confusion playing out. But what can we do? So I looked up the Sabian symbol, which is a divination, another divination tool used in astrology for the degrees, for the numbers. But you usually pick the one above, so this is hard. It's not hard. I mean, it's 0 to 29 degrees in each house. But 29 degrees Pisces is a prism, a light of many colors, one light into many colors to reveal the relationship between the one and the many. Singular essence of divinity expresses itself in infinite diversity of life. I thought that was really cool. But then there is a 30 degree, and it is called a great stone face. Now I'm going to bring this in with 3-Eye Atlas because that's a stone. And you can't make that up. I didn't get a chance to tell Diana everything. It symbolizes a complete and enduring realization of one's destiny and a state of faith. Together, these symbols suggest a realization of one's destiny. No, I'm sorry, repeating myself. Understanding
it's worth saying twice.
It is? Okay, I'll do it again. Do it again. Symbolizes a complete and enduring realization of one's destiny and a state of faith. Understanding the multifaceted nature and creation, the final realization of the life's purpose. So it's like you come in to know, who am I? Why am I here? And it's that's the very last degree of the entire zodiac wheel, right? So you're planting another seed for another go around, right? And I just thought it was so cool. It says becoming what you and the one realize. So, we're always connected to spirit. We're always, spirit's always working with us. The fulfillment of one's ideals and destiny, becoming the seed in the next cycle. So I thought that was really cool to keep that in mind as we go until January. Actually, February is when Neptune and Saturn will be exactly conjunct at 0 degree on February 20th, 2026. And that's 0 degree Aries, the very first degree of the zodiac. And that is a new beginning. That is the new
Yes.
era. That is. So this whole time we've been recreating ourselves, right? We've been reinventing ourselves. And we're in that process. We're always going to be there, to some degree. I just thought it was really cool that this is like Diana and I always say it's like preparation time.
Yes.
And it's actually being very supported by the -2 degree trine sextile that's going on with Pluto at 1 degree of Aquarius. So that is supporting this energetic, metaphysical, creative energy. And then when we go across and we look at Uranus over there at 0 degrees of Gemini, now we're in that same sextile, but now it's the bigger version. It's a trine. And so in that trine, it is really being supported between Uranus and Pluto. And since the sextile is in between those two at the center point, all of the signs in between there are going to be affected.
Absolutely. And it's epic. All the outer planets are at 29 or 0 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Pluto's at 1. Pluto's not retrograde anymore, but Pluto's at 1. And here we're starting, and this is going to last 2 months, a grand water trine.
Yeah.
And that is huge. It's just like, and the message is, think of water, flow. Just flow with it. Don't get wrapped up into it, but you have to honor that emotion, any emotion that comes up in the moment, right? But don't get stuck there, because this is really going to help you move it.
And expect a rainier season or a snowier season or wherever you live, because those solar flares aren't going to end. As 3i Atlas goes past each one of the planets, it's upgrading. It just upgraded the sun. It's electrified the sun to the point where it blew off the whole backside. And that's what gave us a radiation storm that could have been a whole lot worse. It was like 2 degrees better than was the worst. So whatever that's worth to you,
Yeah.
But it was, for so many people, it makes movement difficult. It's not that it makes your energy hard. It's the sun and its radiation, and it's the protons coming through the ionization belt and then getting ionized negatively. And in that negative ionization, your DNA gets messed with. So if you felt something during that time, that's why. But it really began to ebb off. And once the sun itself had set yesterday, life changed. It was a year time of it. And then we had 3 more go off.
Yeah. And, there's, I think if I remember correctly, there's a lot of the planets that are aligning. This is the first time that they are aligning in that manner. Yeah. So it's not like we can go back in history and say, well, in 1257, there's nothing to go back to. So we are creating a reality.
They can back engineer it for sure. But it's not like they can just look it up in the history book and say on this date, because you got to find out where it was on that date,
Exactly.
So,
and really, that Neptune and Saturn hasn't been there ever in 0 degree Aries. This is what makes it all so unique. But we can tell you that since 2020, all this astrology we've been experiencing is not normal. I mean, it's not that it's abnormal. It's showing you that there's an acceleration in frequency. We're raising in frequency. But we got to do it like slowly, step by step, because I mean, we all know how we feel or have felt in the last 5 to 10 years, but especially the last 5 years. And this period is where it gets a little, it's gonna and it's designed to do that, to put the pressure on you. It's like a diamond, you have to have that pressure to create the diamond you are, your soul is, but it can be painful, and a lot has to crack open, and we have to drop all the things that aren't for us, right? And but you can see it in the astrology, and obviously Diana and I can see it in people's charts. This is a really good time to get a reading, and because I mean it's unprecedented. There's no, I'd say get a reading every year, but this is kind of like I'm looking at my chart more, which I usually don't. It's just like, okay, I know it's there, but whatever.
It's a freight train.
It is a freight train.
Going so fast, right? And then that Pluto over there in Aquarius, Pele Athena is now past him. She's at 7 degrees, but she went over him. So it's very energetic, but it's also, you're biologically messed up. And it is hard to direct your energies in a positive motion. So these are times, unplug, and just do your own shadow work. Do your healing. Hold your heart. Hold your breath. Let it out slowly. Let it out for longer than you bring it in. Because that clears everything. That grounds you. It lowers your it lowers your cortisol. It lowers your sugar levels. Doing things like that, taking a deep breath and refocusing. And it's okay to be focused on you. So many people feel guilty about that still.
Oh, yeah, no, it's so important. This is what these last 5 years have been about, is to come back into yourself and honor yourself. You first, right? Diana always says, put your oxygen mask on first, because you're not, we have to have a solid center. We have to be connected to our higher self. That's the whole reason for any of this life. And we all chose to be here at this time, which is we're closing down a lot of cycles. The Piscean age, 26,000 year cycle of Kali Yuga. We have cycle after cycle that is closing down, and it's in ancient texts that says you're going to come to the golden age, and this is based on the precession of the equinoxes and things like that. But this, it's a lot more than that. I'm just trying to sum it up, but that is so important to understand. You, on a soul level, chose to be here during this epic time in history, and it's clearing. You think about all of the lifetimes you had in the last 26,000 years. You're clearing all of that, and we've been doing that this entire lifetime, whether we knew it or not, and maybe even the one prior to this one. But I'm sorry, Dan.
So we have the sun at 2 degrees of Scorpio, and we have your Pluto over there at 1 degree. So they're in a square. And this square is going to be going on till the sun is maybe at 15 degrees. Because you give the sun a 10-degree orb, right? And that interference, that I got to do something. That's your challenge. Your challenge is, how do you calm yourself through that? And that is what, what a perfect week. It's Halloween.
Yes.
It's Samhain, however you celebrate it, just remember that veil is thin.
Oh my goodness.
And that moon just went over that Sagittarius. That moon is going to go over Aldebaran when it goes back into Gemini, and then it's going to go back around again when we get into December. And then when it is those early days, 2, 3, and 4, that's when it's all going to be kaboom, coming together.
Yeah. And we have been preparing for this for a good long time. And I think sometimes the reason that people have a challenge is they there is always a fear associated with doing your shadow work, with looking at yourself honestly and taking a fresh and honest perspective of what your motivations are, what your thinking is. What are you carrying around that doesn't belong to you anymore? What do you need to let go of? Where you can make the changes. Change is sometimes difficult because we get used to having predictable days when we know what's going to happen. So this, it feels uncomfortable, and yet at the same time, this is the work that is necessary for each and every one of us to do if we want to get to the next place, if we want to get to that love, light, compassion, unity world. We have to do the hard work. We have to go through labor before we bring
Yeah,
the baby home.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Every
a
day's a new
layers.
normal, and it's going to remain that way
Yeah.
till 2030. You just have to adjust to every day being a new
Yes.
which you're used to doing that. You just got it out of the habit when we
Yes.
had the COVID shutdown. The new normal
Yeah.
was stay home. And that went on for quite some time. But what else is going on is the sun is conjunct Vulcan. Now, who's Vulcan? Vulcan is a planet that nobody can really pinpoint where it is because it travels so close to the sun. And sometimes it's a little bit behind, sometimes it's a little bit ahead, but it's never far enough away to see it itself. Well, right now, Vulcan is at 0 degrees, the sun's at 2 degrees. So that closeness is going to continue for a little while. And that Vulcan is your first ray of power and strength. And so, what you want to manifest, along with those other
Yes.
things that are in the chart, the transiting chart doesn't even know where it matches up in your chart. Take a look. And when you look at that and see how you're being charged, this is your turn to manifest.
Yes.
It's, I mean, and let's just stick with this week, right? We have Halloween coming up. We're on the 25th right now. On the 21st, we had the new moon in Libra. That brought in I can't remember the exact thing with 3i Atlas, but on the 29th, it's in perihelion, I don't say it right, where it's across from the sun. Well, that part.
It's closest to the sun.
Closest
That'll
to.
be the perihelion when it's
Okay.
closest to the sun.
So
And then, yeah.
we're waiting to see, like, in middle of next month, what he looks like when he comes out of being next to the sun, because none of the probes out there can watch him right now. This is huge.
Stefan found him in the blasts from yesterday when he.
Yeah, I saw that, but it was like, oh my God, I can't explain.
I felt like, all right, good, because there were people saying, nah, no, it's not. It's charging the sun.
It's powerful. I believe, and that's when I first really thought about this early September. It is coming in to help us raise the frequency in our solar system. So
Yes.
they're thinking that because he's so close to the sun that he's just going to disintegrate or something, but he is not. And when he comes back out, thing is, right, like Diana just said, Stefan got pictures yesterday, found them. No space agency will share any of the pictures.
Well,
Nobody's given us any information. There's something to this, that there's a lot more to be uncovered. And what does Scorpio season do? And all this stuff in Scorpio, it's going to uncover the truth. And so be prepared for that on every level. I'm looking at it for 3i Atlas, to get some truth there. But and then 3i Atlas it goes by Jupiter in March, and it finally leaves our solar system, quote unquote.
Before,
But what's going to happen?
It's going to hit Venus. And where is Venus? She's in her sign of rulership, Libra.
Yeah, but
And
doing
so when, as he goes past her and upgrades her planet, consider that it's going to be involved with health.
Mhm.
I think she'll still be in. Atlas is expected to be in her realm on November 16th, I believe is the date. I haven't looked to see when she moves to
Okay,
Scorpio.
and one in December in the middle too.
That's us in
That's
December.
us. Okay,
We're in December, and then it'll be Jupiter in March.
that is so cool. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's so exciting. And so
Yeah.
the upgrade for each planet has a different attributes and themes,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
Venus is asking, what do you love and value? What, but I'm seeing this more on a collective level,
Yes.
right?
Well, and this is, it's also about health, everybody's health.
Oh,
She's in
sure.
Libra, so it's about finding the balance in your health. We're
Mm.
coming into the pig out seasons, here comes Thanksgiving here, and you folks in Canada just already had your beginning. You had
Yes.
your last week. So all of this is playing up to you finding balance and making sure. This is again at the holidays, what happens? Families have arguments. So it is about finding balance in relationships as well. You don't have to conform to anything, but you can find a way to get a clearing before you know you're going to go there, before you know you're going to sit at the table with someone that you disagree with or always likes to pick on you, and you don't have to conform to what they want. You anything you want. If you want to argue about it, argue about it. But if you change your attitude and laugh at it, see how quickly you deflate them.
Yes. Yes, that's
And-
the big one is
Right.
to not react in a way that
Mhm.
they expect.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that I have really enjoyed about like last weekend and the people gathering was just how beautifully peaceful it was.
Yeah.
And just you know, just because somebody is there poking you, you don't have to react.
Don't poke back.
Yeah, don't pull back. Move away.
This is a time of breaking free. Absolutely. Paradigms are changing. Archetypal characters are changing.
Mhm.
Everything is being reshaped, reformed, and there's no way to stop that from happening. Just because we're older and out of practice it's like all of a sudden our feet are too big for our shoes again, and that hasn't happened since when? Since you were 18 years old. You've been the steady
Yes.
size 10.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, we're in such different energy. I mean, it's like this is what we've been waiting for. Now we are in that 29-degree Pisces. We're at the end of this year, which is a 9-year, and we do
Yes.
go into a 1-year next year. So that is a new beginning, along with those two planets that are creating the new era. See, but right now we got to do that shadow work. You got to do those things that are coming up, and keep to your. It's not so much keep to yourself, but be very attentive to your inner self. You
yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
the most important thing, because
Well,
new stuff's coming in, and we don't know what everything. The 3-eye atlas. There's 6 other
Yes.
comets. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so much.
you got that on the nail, on the head of the nail. Well, and it is also about health, because Chiron is a big player right now.
Yeah.
Hypatia is a big player right now. She's in trine to the sun. That's showing you, if you do what you did, you're going to get what you got. So
Yeah.
think differently. Well,
Yeah.
I'll only cheat and have
F-A-F-O.
candy bars. No, don't have any candy bars, or buy chocolate that is stevia sweetened, or something that you can have that isn't going to trigger all the other things from diabetes, hypoglycemia, or even just hyperactive 4-year-old that still is alive inside of you.
I've been really hyper. I don't, it like feels like I'm being like the sun's electricity is coming through my body. That's how I feel it, and it gets real hyper. Diana feels it in another way. We all feel it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
Well,
way not to feel it, really.
what's become a regular in my cup in the evening, like this, is mushroom kai that has no caffeine in it. You sweeten it at your own discretion. Of course, I am a vegan, so I use oat milk. It's delicious. And tonight it's Friday, Saturday night, so it's treat night. I drizzle a little maple syrup in there.
Oh,
Oh my
Mm-mm-mm.
gosh. But the
yeah.
beauty of cordyceps and all of those is how it relaxes our temperament and how mushrooms can calm you down and help you sleep.
Hmm.
Perfect.
And magnesium, take your magnesium
Yeah.
and zinc,
You
especially in
and
these
rub it on the
areas.
bottom of your feet. I can't say that enough, man.
Yeah.
That'll knock you right out.
If you're having any problems with anxiety or depression, really magnesium is so good for you. And yes, put it on the bottom of your feet.
I can tell
Oh,
you this. This is not
oh,
because I want you to buy mine. I don't care who you get. I'm just wanting people to do it. It is it goes in through the skin better than it goes into your body when you take a pill and digest it. You only get 1/3 of the dose when you do that with everything. It's not just magnesium. So
Yes.
when you apply it through your skin, your body not only takes it in, but if it's got enough, it shuts off. It won't digest anymore. It won't take in anymore. It's not going to hurt your skin,
Yes.
but
mm,
it's not going to utilize it through your bloodstream. So I have a handyman who does all the big heavy jobs around here, and he gets ulcerated feet because he has neuropathy, and it was severe at one point. Well, he
Wow.
I had made some other stuff that he was using, and it went away, and then I branched out and started making the magnesium. I gave him the magnesium. 2 weeks later, he went to his podiatrist on his regular monthly visit, and the podiatrist said, "What are you doing? How come this is healing?" He said, "Well, I got a witch doctor."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, what did she put in it?" And he says, "How the hell should I know?"
Yeah.
She turns around and mixes it up in a sink and gives it to me. I take it home, put it on, and it works. And because it's painful, especially when it ulcerates,
Yes.
he doesn't get comfortable sleep. Well, he does now. So
Perfect.
well, we do have a solar storm is on its way. It's going to be here on the 27th. So
okay,
you see, this is
that explains why I'm already
yeah, I'm telling you, I've been feeling it all day and yesterday. And
yeah.
and the three-eye atlas on the 29th is at 22 degrees Libra. Okay, so I did the same thing with that. I looked up the Sabian symbol of that degree, which would be actually 23 degrees, right? But I thought 22 was pretty cool. A child giving birds a drink of water at a fountain. This concern of, oh goodness, I can't read my writing, of souls for the welfare of souls for the welfare and happiness of other beings who thirst for uh, life renewal, right? So here we go again, life renewal. But this one, Diana, this is crazy. Oh, wait a minute. One more on 22 degrees. Life giving essence to all life. What the us life giving essence to all life, like that. What we receive from the infinite, you can give to the finite beings. So basically, we're here for each other, right? Helping each other. But
Yeah.
23 degrees was a rooster announcing the dawn. Okay, so
So
that is Chanticleer's voice, who I'm not sure, with enthusiastic, heralds the sunrise with enthusiastic tones, represents the awakening and confidence and a bold declaration of truth after the darkness. You know, I just
Wow.
thought this was so cool. And then it says a time time for renewal and spiritual authority, embracing hope and leadership, the desire to greet each day. Oh, where to go? Okay, the desire to greet each day. Then, and there's a tremendous. This is just blows my mind. A tremendous boulder towering over,
That's the second stone.
hovering over the ocean. That's I'm seeing Three Eye Atlas when I'm reading
What?
this.
Do
I'm
they give it a color? Is it
No,
green?
no. And it says, hovering over the ocean, gravity transcended, still accessing, still accessing depth and seriousness.
Well, I
Oh,
wonder what it is for
like
2 degrees of Libra when it goes over the supergalactic center.
oh, I don't know. I didn't look that up, but I do got. Well, um, it's gonna hit it's going to hit 0 degree Scorpio, which is the Shapley attractor.
Yeah.
So it's just, and it came from the galactic center. This is the thing. It came from Sagittarius, and that has the galactic center and the great attractor. There's 4 space anomalies in our neck of the woods, in our solar system, where, I mean, these are major energies that drive galaxies.
Yeah.
And to me, that's where that higher consciousness just keeps coming down from sun to sun to sun to planet. And it is, for it to come right out of Sagittarius like that, to me, it's like it means something more than what they're saying. And now they're not saying anything. So that just shows you that it does mean something, because
Yeah.
if it was something to terrify us, they would be terrifying us, you know?
That's why they pulled the plug on the government right now.
Yep,
Shut down.
I think so too.
I
Because
do too. 3
Mhm.
days of darkness as it went right past.
yeah, I mean seriously, it's so true. And they're keeping it hush hush because they weren't sharing pictures. Then like 2 or 3 days later, they shut down the government and said, "Oh, we can't share pictures." Then about a week later, all the space agencies say we can't share pictures. Something.
Because the descendants of the inhabitants of Mars went home.
Well, we all have the, different view on it, but it doesn't mean like who's to say we could all be right? I don't know. But
Well,
but
and right, it's a big rock.
it's 80. What is it? 33 billion tons.
Well, yeah.
Whoa.
To me, it's like barnacles on a whale.
Yep, and
That's
has
what that crust is barnacles on the whale.
and it has no iron. All comets have iron, and nickel has no iron at all.
And nickel and plasma and vapor.
And it's got a front headlight where most comets are that have a tail in the back. It's just like there's so much, and I'm just so excited for every little bit of information I get off of it. And I'm like, and to see that people are creating charts for where it's going to be, where it is at this moment, is just really cool. Because the charts speak, the chart it's information. That's why we do this.
Exactly. You can make a chart for anything.
And it's a divination tool, right? But this is showing you the flavor of the energies, and we all have this. We all have one of these, but like Dinah just said, you can make a chart for anything, any moment in history.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so cool.
Anything, you're getting married, you can look at the chart for that day.
Yeah, you
It'd be
should
a
look
beautiful day to get married on, but that doesn't have anything to say about the marriage after. That's up to you. That's your free will.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. I was just messing with. I had pulled this card when we first started, and it's called Mahatma Energy. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension.
Mahatma. Oh my gosh! Wow.
You can't make that up. Here we are talking about shine your light.
Yes, exactly. That I love it.
I
I
do too.
absolutely love it.
I do too. I'm just blown away and in awe all the time. You're just like,
Right?
you
What else
know,
we got going on?
right?
We have
Oh,
we have Sedna in a quincunx. Here, let's talk about the health issues, right? We have Hygeia to consider, and we have Athena to consider, and Sedna to consider, and also Chiron. Chiron's a big player. He's at 24 degrees of Aries, and he is squaring Jupiter at 24 degrees of Cancer.
yeah. It's a
So
big
this
emotional
is
healing.
keep your water up.
Mhm.
You know, you can drink whatever you want, but make sure you have plain water as well, because coffee, tea,
Yeah.
even, you know, chai without any caffeine, that is not the same. It is not the same at all. That is also going to be fuel and energy, but what your body loses just when you get stimulated, how you boil your own water away within your body. So keep your water intake up. That's important. Then we have that grand trine with so many different players that's going to be active for 2 months, 2.5 months. Yeah. So
Long.
that is also telling you watch out for your own intake. Keep your health in check. So Hygeia is about new ways. Look for new doctors if you're not happy with the doctors you have. She right now is very energetic. She's in a trine to the sun. So she's showing you this is where you got to watch. Take breaks. Give yourself a chance. Try something different. That hasn't been working and you've been going on this for a long time now. And then that Sedna is in that quincunx. It's like, okay, in order to get this accomplished, her quincunx is with Pluto. And so, in order to get it accomplished, she's going to have to keep adjusting, adjusting, adjusting. And then she has I'm sorry, she's quincunx to the sun and trine to Pluto. So, even though she gets it right for one day, what has to change, what she can let go of? That sun is right there, knocking it out of whack again, like the old cars radios going over railroad tracks. You lose the station, you got to adjust it again. And then that Chiron in general at 24 degrees of Aries is retrograde. So how are you feeling? Pay attention to all of this while he's retrograde. Should have got my cheat sheets out. I forgot when he goes direct. But when he does, he's going to go all over these points again.
Who do you want to know? Chiron?
Chiron, when does he go direct?
Hold on, let me find it.
I moved everything around and the cheat sheets are on the desk.
Well, Chiron, and yeah, Chiron, I mean, that Chiron Jupiter square is huge.
Mm-hmm. Because Jupiter is expansion. And so if you don't check it in the moment you need to check it, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
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 And that's what
Yeah.
she's
Learn
bringing up, though, you know?
learn
But-
your
Yeah.
lesson now. Otherwise, you're going to have to learn it again and again and again until you get it right.
And Hygeia is in Cancer, a distance away, certainly out of orb to Jupiter, but she's what's gnawing in your ear.
Well, yeah, and okay, so he doesn't station direct until January 2nd.
Okay, January 2nd.
So, and this is why January is so big. Like everybody will be coming out of the retrograde. They'll be all getting ahead, getting to their points, right? Then we're going to have that. There's Neptune and Saturn conjunct on that end of February there. And then they're going to start moving forward. And that's when you can pretty much like, I'd say middle, late spring where you see us moving forward, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Until next fall, then we'll do the retrogrades again. But this, that spring, summer is going to be really pivotal. But it matters what you do now.
Yeah.
You know, go get your yearly checkup. Do the things that you know that you can, have have insight about. You can get some answers because things are going to come up anyway. Here we are in Scorpio season. It's going to come up. The truth is going to come out. And those who are trying to hide the truth are going to be really good at that. But this is kind of a pressure cooker month.
Yes.
Where they can try to hide it, but then the other end of Scorpio, the higher frequency of Scorpio, is going to keep putting that pressure on for the truth to come out. So we're going to really see some change, I believe. Now, will we know it? Will we, I don't know. I think there's a lot we don't know. That's probably a good thing.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And then those things will come out and we'll be like, oh my God, like really? We thought it was bad. We do. It is bad. But
Well, and crown yourself and
mm,
is 0 degrees of Regulus in your chart, 0 degrees of Virgo in your chart. That's where Regulus sits. And that is about regalness.
royalty.
It's not necessarily about, well, it is about kings and queens, because in the old days, they really paid attention to that. The 4 stars of royal stars of Persia. So the Persian astrologers really paid attention to that when they were telling the king when to go to war and when not to go to war or get married and all that other business, or who to marry.
Well,
But it is about your crown chakra.
your crown, but in your authenticity, because you can't be royalty without having authenticity. That has kind of lost the plot in this dimension.
Right.
Like they,
Yeah.
just because you were royal didn't meant something. Hi,
Right.
Val.
Hi, how are
So,
you, Valerie?
and just to finish that
Diana.
up, the access between Formahat and 0 degrees with Regulus of Virgo is a little off kilter, because Formahat is at 4 degrees of Pisces. Now you're talking about royal stars. So even though, yes, they're glowing, they're still stars. Formahat is like out by himself. He's referred to as the lonely star. So he doesn't have the same kind of axis that Aldebaran and Arcturus has. And so these are moments of feeling that you're on your own. But that 0 degrees of Virgo is a strong place. And that is where you take a minute, put yourself back in your crown chakra.
Yes, it's very important.
Which is what Val is here to do. Put us all back in our
Yes, she is. Hi, Val.
Hi, Valerie.
No, it's weird saying her name, isn't it?
What a lovely name.
I know.
Okay, so is it time?
Yes.
It's about to be
It
time.
is. It's
You're here, it's time.
9:57. 9:57, or did you want to wait a few till 10? However you want to do it, Val. You're in charge.
Okay, well, it's a couple of minutes before. Should I wait till then?
Marina, what do you think?
Go for it.
Okay,
Go
so
for it.
okay, you know the drill. Take your deep breaths. So this is to allow it in, allow this energy in. So just take your deep breaths. It really does give you that opening of your energy field. Beloved source of eternal light, as we reach this final wave of the Shine Your Light event, we gather as the circle is almost closing, not quite yet, but a radiant flame completing the sacred wheel of intention that has spun across the earth today. With open hearts and uplifted souls, we affirm this fourth intention to anchor everything we have activated, to seal the love, wisdom, and unity we have shared into the fabric of our lives and into the crystalline grid of the planet. We call forth the stabilization and integration of every light code received, every intention spoken, and every act of soul remembrance. May the light we've shared continue to rise, moving through timelines, lands, and generations. May it awaken those still searching, comfort those in need, and unify those ready to serve the greater good. We are the anchors. We are the keepers. We are the divine light embodied. And as this final light flows through the Pacific West, may it gently carry the resonance of this day into the hearts of all beings, into the dream time, and into the radiant dawn of what comes next. We give thanks for this sacred wave of connection, and we vow to carry it forward, living as love, shining as light, walking as one. So be it, and so it is. It is done.
It is done.
It's done. Okay.
Powerful. I had a
Fabulous.
vision.
That's powerful.
Fabulous,
Vision.
Val.
You
Thank you,
know
thank
what
you, thank
Zoots, do you know what Zoot suiters are from the 30s?
Hmm.
Okay, so there was a guy in a gray pinstripe zoot suit, and he was spinning his watch, shoved it back in his pocket, and started hightailing it out of here. You
Oh.
just changed the energy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a really great visualization.
right? He had spectator type shoes, Oxfords,
Yes.
with brown patent leather toes,
Mm.
and this gray pinstripe suit.
Quite
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah, you
Kind of like the gangsta.
yeah. That
In the day, back in the day.
Lace it out.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure. And carry on, ladies. I'll leave you
Thank
to
you,
it.
Val.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
thank you
Val.
so much.
You.
Love
Thank
you to bits.
I love you
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
for now.
Blessings.
Oh my gosh.
And you, my dear, must be very exhausted, and it's time for you to take some rest.
Almost.
No.
Almost. We've got Viviani is joining us. Yes.
Oh, yay.
Awesome.
Viviani is going to be doing our Akashic healing or whatever
Very
she
good.
is called to do. And I don't want to forget to say safe travels to our friend Terry Suzuki, who is packing, if she is not already packed, and she's going to Japan tomorrow. So,
Right.
Terry,
yeah.
have a very, very wonderful journey.
Yes,
I'm sure you will.
absolutely. So just waiting for Viviani to join us and do her magic, and it's going to be absolutely fabulous. And then after that's done, that's when I can say, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so used to being the last one to squeak in here. I'm glad, though. That's awesome. Viviani can finish up the zoot suiter running.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And again, for those of you that are here with us, thank you so much for being here, for sharing your light, for sharing your space and everything with us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And all my guests, all their channel information is in the description of the video. So make sure you check them all out. Subscribe to each and every one of them. You won't feel let down. You'll love it.
Thank you so much.
You're
Well, I'm
very
going to
welcome.
go so that you have room and you have a chance to take care of everything that you need to take care of before she gets here.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you so much for having me.
Thank you, Diana.
I'll
Okay.
see
See you later.
you again. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye for now.
Did you
Oh.
want me to go before? Whatever you want. Whatever. If you need me, I'll stay.
There
Oh.
she is. Okay.
Hi.
It
Hi,
is.
hi, Marina. Thank you for having me.
Hello,
Hi, Valerie.
Viviani.
Stay, Valerie. You don't need to go
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
unless you want to. But anyway,
No, I'd love to
so,
stay. I'd love to stay.
yeah. That
so yeah.
color looks fabulous on you,
Oh,
Viviani.
thank you. It's
Mhm.
more of a spring, summer color, but
But
I
that's
felt like
no,
wearing
no, no,
something
no.
bright.
I love color, and
Yes.
it's good for any time. She says as she's sitting here in black. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
yeah, I love wearing black too. That's why I wear black a lot. So I figure I wanted
Yes.
something brighter today. So
Yes.
yes, thank you so much for having me. And yes, nice, safe travels to Terry.
Yeah.
And I know Terry always does the the clearing portion, Akashic record clearing portion of the this event, and uh, she's a tough act to follow. And Val is watching. My teacher is watching, so I better do a good job.
You're you
Oh,
are just as fabulous. Don't.
You are, Viviani.
thank
Really
you.
are.
Uh-huh.
A little
Hmm.
sip real quick. Sorry. Excuse me. So how I would like to. Well, I will open the Akashic records for this group that would like to receive the clearing healing. So if you give permission to do that, please type yes in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, you may type yes in the comments, or you may say yes. I just want you to um, keep that in mind, because I'll be opening. Thank you so much. Yes. And I'll have us do a quick grounding of the energy and read the prayer of protection, open the records, and go through a process of doing a clearing for this group again, and those watching the replay, all those who expressed their permission. And what else was going to say? And afterwards, I just a reminder to after any energy work, just remind everyone to rest. I'm sure you've been here for a while, you'll be like ready to rest, but to hydrate, and that facilitates the integration of the healing energy, of the energy here. So I see a few yeses in the chat. And I guess let me just take a quick look here. So why don't we start by let's sit with your back feet on the floor. Make sure your back is straight, and close your eyes and relax. And I'll ask if you want to take 3 deep breaths, please, and hold it at the top for a few seconds and release slowly. So let's first deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth, releasing all tension in your body. Relax your muscles of your face, neck, shoulders. Inhale one more time through the nose, deep breath in. And now release slowly, releasing all tension of your body, letting go of all the stress and worries of the day. And relax your hips and your legs, your arms. And now continue breathing gently, and imagine a golden spark within your heart space. And from this golden spark, extend a light cord downwards through the layers of the earth, deeper and deeper and deeper, until you reach and connect onto Mother Gaia's heart. Remain connected onto Mother Gaia's heart and extend your light cord upwards now through the layers of the earth until it reaches the base of your spine and connects to the center of your heart once more. And now extend your light cord up through the sky, higher and higher, until you reach and connect to Source in the highest dimension of the universe, the source of love of this universe. Remain connected onto Source and extend your light cord down until it reaches the top of your head and connects to the center of your heart once more. Now focus on your heart center once more and imagine a flower opening as you gently open your heart. So your heart is open to receive. And now I'm going to read our opening, our prayer of protection, and open the records. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you. Now I'm going to read the opening of the Akashic Records. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, to our highest truth and our soul's purpose. We call upon the Akashic Records masters, guardians of the records, and beings of light who serve the divine plan in truth and clarity to guide us to our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And we ask the Akashic Records masters to assist us in accessing the records to receive exactly what is needed for the highest truth and highest timeline and the greatest good for all. And with this said, I open the records of the viewers of this live stream or replay who have given the permission to have the information and healing into the love and to receive the healing and information that is most beneficial for this group to know now. And I'm going to read this silently. So now that the records are open, continue to focus on your heart center. And I'm going to start by calling upon the Akashic Records Masters and Archangel Metatron to assist me as I facilitate a clearing and healing for this group. Continue to focus on your heart. And now I ask the Akashic Records Masters and Archangel Metatron to assist me in identifying all fear, anger, lack, trauma, judgment, shame, disease, and all energies that don't serve the highest good of this group and those watching the replay. I'm seeing a line of the records are being shown to me as a line. So the center being the current, the present, the current life, the current lifetime. And then one direction will be past, and the other direction, the future lives. And they're appearing to me as a line of books, and um, I see a white circle floating from each book, standing above each of the books. And inside each of the circle is everything that needs to be released from the records, all the individual records. So everything I mentioned, if there is anything that anyone would like to add to the list, please say it out loud. I see that the circles are increasing in size now. So more and more information is added to them. I heard the word ready, so I'm ready to proceed. I call upon now Saint Germain, and I invoke the violet flame, so that the violet flame blazes across all of these records to blaze away all that energy, to transmute all those feelings and that were identified, to be transmuted into love. Now I see that each circle, it looks like a flame now. So I ask that the violet flame blaze through all the records of from all past lives, current lives, future lives, across all time and space, all time and space in between, all timelines, dimensions, and realities, and all cellular structures, transmuting all these release energies into love, restoring harmony and balance for the highest good of all. I see the flames increasing in size, and now they're connecting. And now the flame is very tall. It's one single, very large flame. And I heard transmute, transmute, transmute. I heard all is well, all is love. And now the flame is becoming clear in color and more translucent. And now the flame it's disappeared. I'm being called to ask everyone to place their left hand on their heart and their right hand on their solar plexus. As I kept hearing inner child for a while too, for the last 2 or 3 days or so, and so now connected to your heart and your solar plexus, imagine your inner child. You're facing your inner child right now and making eye contact with your inner child. And now you say you are to your inner child, you are safe, you are free, and you are loved. And say the same 2 more times. We have to say this 3 times. You are safe, you are free, you are loved. You are safe, you are free, you are loved. And now you hug your inner child. And you become one. And now focus your attention again in your heart, on your heart center. Send love and gratitude to your heart. And I want to thank the Akashic Records Masters, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, and Saint Germain. Thank you for the clearing and healing. It is done, it is done, it is done. With love and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now you may move your toes and your fingers and slowly open your eyes when you're ready. And I'm going to close the record too. We offer deep gratitude to the Akasha Records Masters, the guardians, the guides, and all present today for the truth, the light, and the love received. the records are now closed. Thank you. This was a little bit different than I actually. There was a little. I combined the inner child. In the end, I was just felt called to do that. There was a separate healing clearing.
That was
Beautiful.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do not apologize for anything because
Whew.
it was exactly what was needed. Just
Yeah.
ah,
Now I'm up
Thank
there.
you.
Woo.
yes, yeah. Thank you. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up, and I'm getting shivers up and down my spine. And
Mm,
Yeah.
really cool.
Thank you.
Viviani, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
That was just
Yes.
wonderful.
Thank you so much. Yes, I had it. Like I said, it was the ending. When I said I feel called to do that, it was because I had a different clearing that was only focusing only on inner child trauma. But I guess partly is because of all that's going on now with all the
Yeah.
craziness and the fears and energy. So telling your inner child that, reminding your inner child that you're safe, you're free, and
Yes,
you're loved. It's important now. So,
absolutely.
Really important. That was beautiful. I
Yes,
like that combination.
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Because that in our childhood is when we feel most vulnerable. So
Mm-hmm.
letting that child know that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect exactly the way you are.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
Oh,
really felt the warmth too
yes,
in
Mhm.
the solar plexus. Really felt the energy, the warmth there.
Mhm.
So yes, thank you.
Yeah. Very-
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Totally.
Hmm.
Oh, and Hope Suzanne says, Viviani, thank you so much. I'm grateful that even though I came in late, I was here for this.
Oh, lovely. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Thank you.
Oh,
totally.
oh,
Yeah.
Shine Truth. Did
Yeah.
you see Shine Truth wrote? It was Inner Child that had me crying. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's so
Yeah.
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you
Beautiful.
so much.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
So,
And
you know what? I think this is the perfect moment.
Mhm.
And because we are feeling so good,
Yes,
that yes,
lovely.
thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in this 11th
Mm-hmm.
Shine Your Light event. The next one is going to be the end of November. And I think it is November, just a minute, 29th.
Oh,
It will be, yeah, November 29th. So, love and gratitude to everyone who was here. To you, ladies,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much for being here. To all the other fabulous guests who have joined me over the last 4 hours, I value and treasure each and every one of you. And I will ask you all again to please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and visit my guest channels. They are all listed in the description of the video. Make sure that you give them the like, share, and subscribe as well so that we can continue to grow this community with love, light, compassion, and unity for anyone, anywhere who needs it. All righty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next month. Bye
Love
for now.
y'all.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.